Welcome to the Bro College Bros podcast number 28. Got it right this time, I know for a fact. I'm your host, Crow. Here with our host, Ben. And 2 times in a row, 3-time Emmy-winning James Quinone.
It's not true.
One of those things is a lie.
Yeah,
it hasn't been 2 in a row.
It's been a week and a half since we did this. 2 weeks.
I don't know, something like that.
Pretty much 2 weeks.
Did you
back
upload
on
the
schedule.
other podcast?
Like 3 days ago.
Okay.
2 days ago.
So we'll wait a while to get this out.
Yeah.
Great.
That's how you should do it. Though. Just put up the one before before you.
That's what I was doing
record this
for a while.
Yeah,
where we were just behind.
Although that's just.
I mean, we're always on time, and we totally post at a regular time on Sundays.
Yeah, Sunday nights.
Sunday nights, folks.
Yeah.
Tune in for your regular Sunday bi-weekly podcast. Sometimes
Sometimes.
Quad-weekly, occasionally. It happened once.
It could happen.
Semi-annual podcast.
Could happen 2 times in the same week if I do put it up on Friday or this Sunday.
Oh. I'll shoot you a text. I'll be like, not today.
Don't do it.
We did have a regular posting schedule.
Yeah, for like... We got that up for
a
like
while.
a month and a half.
More than a month and a half.
You
That
sure?
was when you were doing
Yeah.
it weekly.
Yeah, that too.
It was like a month and a half
Makes things confusing.
Well, that's the first 7 were a week,
Yeah.
and then it was like 3 weeks, and then it was 2 weeks, and then there was 2 in 1 week.
Then we did bi-weekly for like a month and a half, and we were like kind of good on that.
Yeah,
and then it just...
Then you
and
took
then
a
school
weird
hit.
hiatus, yeah.
School hit. That's
Yeah.
what the thing was. But...
Whatever, I don't have a life anymore, so...
Yeah.
By the time this airs, I will be back in college.
Maybe.
Probably.
No,
Do you go back next Friday?
A Sunday. But like Sunday early morning. So there's a good chance, but I'll definitely be there.
Yeah. It's schedule.
Never mind. I don't need to bring it up in the podcast. I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay.
So, I've had a nice...
Now
they're
free.
I've had a nice few days off now from work for me. Ben just lazy bum, doesn't go to work ever. James, the hardest working man I know, never stops working really.
It's true, even though I don't have a job.
Every day he hustling.
Yeah. Cue the song.
I literally,
We can't afford that.
No, we can't.
behind me is my laptop where I have 8 different cover letters written. It's awful. I have to apply for so many things for the summer.
This week I have been pretty much... I worked for 5 days in a row. First time since last summer. Frickin'...
Some people might laugh at you for saying that.
It's called school.
That's true.
I can't literally work 5 days in a row at all until then.
That's good.
I could have like 2 weeks ago for the last 2 weeks, but
no.
I got you.
I couldn't get scheduled for
I forget
it.
that. I forget school.
Because you don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
It's true.
So it's going to be good on the bank account in 2 weeks, but it was hard on my back and legs. By freaking Wednesday, I was dead.
That's how it goes.
You gotta do that yoga, man.
Yeah, no.
Don't dismiss this.
Gotta do Wii yoga.
You mean too much stretching?
What do you mean? It's not too much stretching. There's different kinds of yoga now. There's like freaking yoga light, yoga
yoga lime,
yeah,
yoga leaf.
You got all your yoga options now. So.
Oh man,
I'm trying to think of any other Bud Light brand.
I do want to start working out, but I haven't decided how I want to do it. If I want to get a gym membership, if I want to just do stuff in my house, because there is some not the greatest weights in the world, but
you gotta get yourself a barbell.
Yeah,
and
wouldn't mind it. But
I've started doing that fucking boxing thing you taught me when we were over at Crow's.
Oh yeah,
drinking.
Oh yeah, I drilled you. No, I drilled everyone at that party.
Well, but the thing is because Casey did it, and we were all like, that looks disgusting. And then I did it, and I was like, this is actually a lot of fun. And then slowly other people were like, I want to try hitting at Ben with boxing gloves on.
Yeah.
And it became a phenomenon.
Yeah. I was so drunk.
Everyone was.
You were freaking... I was like... By the time, right after the boxing was done, I was looking at you, was like, I hope he doesn't throw up.
I felt fine that day. I felt pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, No, yeah. I just puked recently for the first time in a while.
Really?
Yeah, that was it. We had like a gym party.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, I ended up, I think I told James about this. I don't know if I told you. So like at the gym party, I'm a trainer at my gym. And we went to this bar, but you know, being, I guess you could, not to give it too much of a title, like I'm a figurehead of the place, you know, because like everyone interacts with me. I tell people what to do. So like I have a following, you know. I'm a leader.
Cult, if you will.
Yeah.
But so no big deal, right? I have people that look up to me and stuff, so that's great. But anyway, a lot of them bought me drinks that night, and
What type of drink was it, Ben?
all
All of them.
basically
Literally all of them.
There's a lot of tequila.
I had 4 shots of tequila, 2 shots of Crown Apple, 2 vodka Sprites, 1 double vodka water, and a rum and coke.
So, you went through 4 alcohols,
Yeah.
2 browns if the tequila... 2
Tequila was
browns.
silver.
Yeah, so 2 browns and 2 clears.
Yeah.
All of the sugar of the mixes for those, and then shots. Sounds good. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. Well, this is the part that I told James was one of my clients, he let me sleep over at his house because like, they're like, Ben's not driving, and I even was like, I'm not driving, I'm not an idiot. Take my keys. And then
Throws them into the woods.
Throws them to random man in bar.
Yeah.
Have it.
Thunder. I'm just here to get a drink, man. No, but I woke up the next day like on the dude's couch, and I had this for the first time in my life where it was, I don't know where I am. The person who drove me here, I don't know where he is or when he's going to wake up. So, gotta get comfortable until he wakes up, because I woke up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, super hungover, and he didn't get up and like out until 9. So,
Jeez.
yeah, so I was just chilling on my phone. It's weird though. It's one of the, I've never had that where like, I don't know where I am. How far away is my car? I kind of Googled it, and then it was like 5 miles. I'm like, I'm not walking in it. This is, to put a kind of a timestamp on this, and if you're in the Buffalo area, it's freaking freezing here right now. So, and it was one of the like super cold days. So I'm like, I'm not walking.
You see Steve's tweet about the weather yesterday?
Yeah.
What?
Our friend Steve put up a tweet, and it was like...
Not my friend Steve.
You right. But he put up a tweet, and he's like...
This is bullshit.
Mine and Crow's friend Steve. For the 3rd time.
Who the hell's Steve?
God damn it! I'm not allowed to say last names. I keep getting in trouble.
No, you can just... How do you know him?
School.
Oh.
High school. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
There's also plenty of Steves we could have picked from, so
yeah.
just...
But so, he put up a picture of the weather app, and he was like, if yesterday's weather doesn't describe Buffalo, I don't know what does. And it was just like, snowing, 80 degrees. And then, like, to the right is the high and lows for the day. And it was like, high of 58, low of 7. And it was like, what?
Yeah.
That's me as a weatherman. It's like, could be 90, could be -3, man.
I'm going to give you a wide range to work. I technically am not wrong.
You see Chance the Rapper doing hockey on SNL?
Oh, yeah. That's a S, a K, and a J, all next to each other, so that's a no.
It is cold. I am in hell.
It is cold as hell.
Yeah.
I want to talk about hockey. You do that. I meant with you. Damn it.
That was a good one. That's probably one of my favorites that I've watched. That I've actually watched, which isn't that many.
Did Chance host?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like
and then I think no, but there was also a musical host. It was Eminem?
Yeah, I didn't think he was.
I think it was Eminem.
But that's kind of cool that they. I didn't know he did like. How was he?
He's really funny.
Yeah.
We'll show it to you at the end of this.
But yeah, that was a good episode. What was I thinking?
I've never watched SNL.
It's so
I only watched
good.
like the videos.
It's like it's hit or miss. The sketch is either really funny or they suck. And
it's like you're sitting there for 5 minutes going.
You're like, I miss Adam Sandler
And Andy Sandler.
Andy Samberg.
Yeah. Salamander.
Yeah.
They're interchangeable.
Yeah.
Kinda. Nah.
And man, who was the Weekend Update guy?
Seth Meyers.
Yep. Seth Meyers.
Chevy Chase.
No, Seth Meyers.
Well, Chevy Chase also hosted Weekend Update way back.
I meant the one that's not the current guys.
Seth
I like the current guys. But the one before that, the Seth Meyers, and then there was the gay dude, and they like ended up
Stefan?
getting married. Yeah,
I love Stefan.
that was one of the best Weekend Update bits.
Mm-hmm.
Also, liked Weekend Update's just good all the time, kinda. Because then it was Tina Fey
and Amy Poehler.
Yeah,
Jimmy Fallon was on occasionally, and you were like, Jimmy, why?
James.
You have your own show now.
Well, luckily they work in the same building, so
Yeah.
it's a quick commute.
Oh, NBC,
Gotta
right?
Go down, gotta go down 3 floors.
Yeah, they're like literally right next to each other. They're pretty close.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Well,
I got us off track with Chance the Rapper, and it was
You did.
downhill from there.
Yeah.
But this week I've been watching, and it is the last day, so by the time this is out, none of you can catch it live, but catch it on YouTube. The AGDQ 2018 this year.
Today's the last day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically tomorrow morning, but like tomorrow morning at like 4. So.
Got you.
It's been real good year for what I've seen.
Do you know what they're ending it with? Is it gonna be like Breath of the Wild again?
all bosses.
Breath of the
Okay,
Week.
so they're actually gonna do
Yeah.
it.
It's either all shrines or all dungeons. I don't know. It's hard
All
to constitute.
shrines.
It's a 3-hour run.
Holy crap!
I don't think it's all shrines. It's all something. It's not just any %. But
Jeez.
maybe it's all bosses probably. I don't know what constitutes as a full boss if it's just the 4.
The calamities
Yeah. But
or the blights.
yeah. But and then what else is tonight? They're doing Final Fantasy IV right now.
Wait, which 4 is?
I think the 4 like American 4.
So 2.
Probably.
Yeah.
You're the one who knows those.
Yeah.
All main
It's
quests,
old as
it
shit.
says.
All main quests.
Yeah. Well, 2. Like,
Okay, so yeah, doing. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So it's actually going through the game, but probably not in the right order.
Yeah.
Well, that's the beauty of that game, right?
I know. But
How did you approach that game?
Carefully, with
I've probably talked about it on the podcast before,
At
but
safe distance.
I went and did everything in the right order, like the intended order of getting to Kakariko and talking to
Right.
Impa and all that. And
But,
then
like, boss
once
fight.
once I got to attacking the actual blights, I think I went the Gerudo to Zora to the Rito to the Gorons.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I did.
Or it might have... No. It was Gerudo, Rito, Zora, Goron.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to
Mine's
go to
like-
Rito.
I think I almost did it completely. Well, not completely inverted, but pretty close. No,
Goron's definitely the easiest to do last once you have everything.
yeah, I think I did that second to last, and I did Gerudo last, and then I got to Zora's domain first, just because like there were those random Zoras in the rivers, and like, hey, come with us,
you
and then
were
I
like-
showed up there, and they're like, you need fire arrows. It's like I can't afford those right now.
Yeah.
And then if you go, and then I did the bird people. Why am I forgetting what they're? The Rito. The Rito tried first, and they just gave you bomb arrows for the fight. So
Yeah, you just get free bomb arrows.
So I was like, okay, I guess this is happening. So that was my first.
Nice. I don't have a Switch, so I haven't played.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Well, you borrowed Crow's Switch.
I'm good at binging anything really.
Oh, yeah. Because
Alcohol,
I've been...
games.
Because I was watching
Oh.
AGDQ, I got the urge, because there is no Mario Odyssey run for this AGDQ, just too recent, they couldn't get it in, or they couldn't get the runs in. But I looked up the any % world record for Mario Odyssey, and it's only an hour 1 minute.
What?
So I'm like, maybe I'll just look up what the actual tech of it is, and I'll attempt that. Because if it's not super clippy, do
Out
this,
of bounds.
yeah,
and-
I'll try it. I haven't looked it up yet, but yeah, that's gonna be what I'm doing.
Well, there's usually a glitchless
Yeah,
but
but
you should look into those if any game you're interested in. Look at like a glitchless run and see, because that's all just movement efficiency and
yeah, but
I'm not
because the
good
other
at
percent
that.
is an hour, there's probably like two major things that they do.
Yeah.
If I could just learn those, if they're not like insanely like frame perfect or like pixel perfect things, I'll be like, do that.
Yeah.
Because I can't do frame, like the pause buffering shit and all that. I can't do that.
It's pretty impressive how fast people get good at those games. One game I've been fascinated with, and I figured it wouldn't get into AGDQ, and I don't think it ever will because it takes 2 minutes to complete it, is the Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which that game just watching people play it fast just is incredible when you see people struggle with it. I mean, like, if anyone doesn't know what this game is, it's like you're a dude in a pot with a hammer and you just get over things.
Yep.
You get over a tree, you get over a rock, and then you go into space. But watching normal casual people play it, I mean, I feel like the game's only been out for a month. It's already, the world record is sub 2 minutes. No. It's terrifying and incredible.
I believe that the physics of that game can be broken to hell.
Well,
Probably.
it's just, people just get really good at, like, they're just windmilling basically the whole time. It's super efficient, and they know, like, exactly where the hammer needs to land. And they've just mastered the mechanics. Pretty cool.
What did I watch? I watched, they had TaskBot break the physics of Super Monkey Ball 1. Ridiculous. Like, they got it to the point where he was going, like, frickin' probably, like, 300, 200 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And then he hits a bumper and he just stops, but the monkey keeps spinning at the same speed. And then there were times where it's like, here's a wall that's keeping you from the goal. It's not really there, and they just go through it. It's like, what? What did you do to do that?
Taz.
And I'm really sad. I don't know if I missed Task Block or if they just didn't have one, but sad that I miss it. I always fucking miss it. For the past, like, 3.
I usually don't watch them. Maybe I'll watch 1 or 2 of them, but since it's just not like like just skill. Well, I mean, not skill based is the word I'm looking for, but like just a person doing it on their own.
I just like them because they're usually like 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, I mean they are very impressive.
It's just a quick watch of, hey, look, they did Super Mario and they got through this level in like 0.2 seconds.
They talked about that for Donkey Kong Country 2. They did a race of it, but they were talking about like certain levels that would be impossible to do. They're just like, we can't do this yet. Like, this is not humanly possible how complicated this skip would be to get it consistently every time. That it's not happening. It's pretty cool.
I could never do that. I can barely play video games now. I can't base my play off of glitches to do stuff.
Yeah, I've gone in and tried on like Ocarina of Time and like Zelda games to get like the hyper extended slide and the hyper swim stuff, where it's just like you put the bomb and you put up your shield and then like you do like a backflip or some shit and then the bomb explodes and you take damage but you don't actually take damage and then you just start sliding back like 1,000 meters a second. It's like, I've tried doing that before and I've gone through like 83 lives just like, alright, I can do it. Nope.
I got this.
Nope.
Yeah,
It's impossible. Like, Zelda is probably one of the games that I will never be able to even attempt because of, like, those are the glitches that I can't do, where it's like, do this, and this with like, and hit all of these buttons within like a millisecond or whatever. It's ridiculous. I don't get people who can do that.
I love the runs of just incredibly hard games that they make,
Oh yeah,
like watching a Bloodborne run where they're just going through, just fighting bosses at minimal level, and they're like, yeah, this is fine. Like, as long as we get some fire paper and like we get some oil earned, we'll be fine, And then just exploiting movements, and they just know every single like the first frame of an animation. Like, I know what attack's about to happen, and they know exactly where they need to move. It's really cool.
My favorite part is probably just like when they're going like, yeah, so this is like RNG based, but if we do this and this, hey, look, the RNG is like it's this like that happens a lot of Pokemon games where they ran Black and White 2 this year, which is 3.5 hour any %, which all Pokemon games are ridiculously long, any percents even.
Yeah.
Alright.
But as they get later in, like, it becomes harder and harder to do
Right.
it. Because the old ones, it was just...
Super easy to
It
explore.
was like, alright, we're going to go to Cerulean's Underflow, item Underflow, and then we're zipping to the Elite Four. And
Right.
then... But Black and White 2, they, like, the first set of RNG manipulation they tried to do, they didn't actually get it, was, like, setting the clock to a specific time and starting the game. And it would because most of them are based on frames, but then I guess Black White 2 is the first one that's based on the actual time, like the device timer, and like it differs between 3DSs, like
Right.
no 3DS is the same.
Mhm.
And it freaking DS, but they got it to a point where if like it's like a, I don't remember what the odds were for it, but if they started it here, it was likely that they would get a starter with perfect IVs just right off the bat. But it's there's a chance that it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
How people find that stuff out is
Yeah.
cool, especially with those games. Like with computer games, you can get into all the files and snoop around and see like, oh, that's a weird sort of collision on this area. But then with like console games, it's like, how do you get into these bad boys and crack them open and figure this stuff out? Like,
It's ridiculous.
you'll figure it out if you play at 7:27 on a Monday.
Yeah, like there was a time in mid-run on that Pokemon run where they went in and they were like, yeah, so they started as like 2010, like July something. They're like, all right, we changed it to February 2nd of 2013, and then this RNG happens. What? How? What? How did you figure that?
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
whoa, careful there.
did that pull out the? Yep.
The mic?
Pulled out the.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Technical issues.
just the charger.
There we go. But
Damn it, James.
I did
Silently creeping
I-
around the room, pulling out cords.
I definitely recommend watching the
Look, man.
Skyrim run from this AGDQ because it was a PC run.
I started watching the beginning of it. It's stupid.
Wait till you get to the first Alduin fight on the Throne of the World, like the top. It's hilarious because it goes like the run actually breaks and it because like they have to like, all right, you can't actually do this mid run, but we're gonna do this because they like something messed up. Absolutely hilarious because they're like, all right, we tried this strat and oh god, and they're like, all right, we'll try this strat. Oh god, yep, nope, didn't work. Like just keep retrying and they're like,
Different.
all right, now we gotta do this. And they go through it. Hilarious. Like I won't spoil it for you because if you start watching it,
The horse tilting is just
Yeah,
just wait for them to talk about horse tilting.
this is the best horse in the game. And you get in, and then we're here.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, so
You got to see it.
What?
I'll show it because it's right at the beginning of the run. We'll show it to you after this.
Okay.
It's,
man.
I just watched. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
This
okay.
is-
I see why that's the best horse.
yeah. Also, how the speedrun has changed over the years. I mean, this is almost like I didn't even know it came out in 2011, so it's like a 8-year-old game or something like that. Like, man, they've really figured out different strats
Yeah,
for this game. It's completely changed from like what I remember when it was like originally run and stuff.
I remember when it was run and that they were just like, oh, we can go through any wall we want. We just hold a bucket between us and the wall and we're through.
Yeah, it's like, isn't that incredible?
Yeah,
and
now
now
it's
it's like not even.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's so dumb.
But enough about speedruns. Let's talk about Overwatch.
Let's talk about James.
All right, I'm gonna veto both of those. We're done.
Okay, this is all I'm going to talk about. Well, okay, Overwatch League, cool. 2, me and Crow did our placements.
How'd that go?
Lost more than I think the last time we did our placements, did really well. Like, we won.
We got like 8 or 7
it was like
wins.
7 wins and 3 losses.
No, we tied one. It was like, I think it was 7-2-1. We didn't even lose 3. We lost 2 and tied 1.
Yeah. So we had, like, crazy good,
And I still got placed.
Placed low. This season, lost 6 games, maybe, or 5.
I think we lost 6, tied 1, and won 2. Or lost 5, tied 1,
And then won 3.
won 3.
Right.
Or 4.
4. We won 4.
Yeah.
But anyway, highest I've ever placed
Yep. I got placed 8 below what I finished last season.
Yeah, and I'm 100 over what I finished last season.
Proud of you guys.
But it was like, this game is stupid.
And it's not even like it's not even like it was personal performance.
And
because we didn't really do that well even when we won.
Plat or gold?
I'm still in plat.
You're still in
Ben's
plat.
Near it.
I'm almost.
He's 100 below it.
See, I won 7 games, and the 3 games I lost were because 2 people left each game mid-silver. I ended low gold.
Yeah.
And I'm now even lower silver because the 4 competitive games I played before uninstalling Overwatch. I got so upset. What was people left? People keep leaving because this. I'm gonna put this in quotes, and you guys can't see it. The penalty for leavers isn't a thing because it's time based. So like, if you leave the game, they're like, you're banned for 10 minutes. Don't do it again. If you wait, and then in 12 hours, if you don't leave a match again, that penalty resets. Unless you're reported. Which is not how that game should work.
Yeah.
Because
Crow, why aren't we leaving games?
I got so upset because like it was like, all right, I'm mid silver. This is fine. I'll play back up to gold.
Usually, if someone leaves on your team, you don't really like the other team doesn't really gain SR, and you don't lose a lot of SR from leavers.
22 every time. I'd lose 22 SR for all those games. For 2 leavers.
Me and Ben just said, "Hey, look where we placed. Time to wait for Monster Hunter."
Yeah, well, also we were really angry by the end of it too, because we're like, this is just dumb. Like, why does this like?
Overwatch has.
I wasn't even really
we...
trying for them. Like, I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to Hanzo. I don't care.
Well, we were like in a duo, you know.
Yeah.
And you'd think you'd get put with like
other duos.
Yeah, other duos or just singles. You know, because we're not like a huge clump. Like 3 or more is like you're pushing it, but like a duo is just a duo. We kept getting put with 4 stacks,
and then get put against 6 stacks.
We fought a 6 stack, and
I think we won that game.
We won that game, but one dude was not what he said he was, because there was this guy on our team. We're like, oh great, we have a bronze on our team.
Literal like 1,200 bronze,
crushing. Just annihilating.
That's another thing that upsets me is Smurf accounts.
Yeah, like, and because then literally the next game we were facing them for some reason. Like, aren't there other people you can put us against? Not this 4 stack, but I guess they must have been close enough in SR to us or whatever. But
well, the one guy wasn't. He like there's 1,000 SR limit, and if I was placed at 2,600. I don't think I'm 1,000 within 1,200.
I don't know. I think it was because they were just queued up with multiples. So like, because he had like 2 high plats on his team.
Well, and he shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been able to queue with them.
But like the way he played, like he was playing Winston when we were going against him, and he was like waiting. And I'm like, he's not. Like, he's being a smart Winston that like is waiting for his bubble to reset, and was like leaping onto Crow and like waiting for like the opportune times for people to be left alone. I'm like, he has way too good of game sense. Like, yeah, Winston doesn't require aim, but
he was
still like he's too smart to be a bronze.
He was mid bronze using like actual like strats,
and then he played Orisa and like hold up in the corner. And
like
people into the hole.
Me and Ben saw the bronze on our team, and I was considering just following him around for a while and see him like, because I think when we first played, he was Roadhog, and I was like, can't wait to watch him. Like, I'm gonna follow him around, and he's. I want to see him actually stop and aim, like not be able to aim and move.
Yeah.
I didn't end up following him around, but then he just destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So by the time we got done, and I knew we were going to do fine too, I'm like, placement matters just don't even matter. You might as well just put me in where I was last season, basically, because...
And that's what they did.
Well, I watched videos on, like, or Instagram videos of people posting their placements, and it's like, all 10 losses... Masters or Diamond, you know, it's just it doesn't matter because it's it's just funny.
Overwatch is bad.
It knows where to put you. Well, that's the thing though. It's if you are a gold, like a platinum player or a gold player, and you lose all your games and get put in bronze, it's like you will get out of bronze fast. Like that won't be a problem. So it's like the game knows to not put you, especially if you have like a prior history.
Oh well, yeah, but The way, because I looked into like what the placements do, is there should be an upper or a lower based on where you were last year. So it's like, oh, if you lost all 10 of your placements, you're going to be on the low end of this spectrum. Where if you did decent last season and you aced all 10 of yours, you should be put higher up. But they're really just like, what were you last year? All right, if you win 4 games, you're at par with where you were going to be last year.
Well, that's the thing about the game, though, is because it's performance-based, though. So, like, even if you lose all 10 games but you have 2 gold medals, you got gold damage and gold limbs, all 10 games, you're still going to get placed high because it rewards people for playing selfishly and just getting kills. Not anymore. At least for the higher. I think we both got placed higher because of the SR resets in the upper tiers actually kind of pushed us up higher or something. Like there was an adherent effect that wasn't expected.
Yeah, no. That's another reason. Is because I was like, I played healer because nobody ever plays healer in like silver and gold and low gold. And so I only ever got the 1 gold for healing. And so at the end of it, it's like, yo, yeah, you won 7, but you weren't doing good. Fuck you. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. I was like, have been playing tanks for all of last season, and I played tanks. I usually just play tanks, and then everyone was picking tanks and healers, and I had to play DPS, and I'm like, I have 2 good DPS characters that I can play, so this is...
Yeah, and plus, I was just like, I'm gonna go Hanzo, fuck it. Yeah. And it was like we would get 2 healers, 2 tanks, it's like, Hanzo.
I
just want to play.
I'm just intrigued to see what the new meta is, because the last 2 seasons have been it takes no skill to play meta, where it's Junkrat and Symmetra.
And I think until that, I don't even know, people are going to be worse at Junkrat after if that nerf goes in, where his mines have the fall off. Which, how did they not before?
Well,
yeah,
I was just thinking. Like, yeah, I understand how some people are like, it makes them less reliable damage-wise. Like, because, think about like a any sort of radial impact or damage kind of character, like Far's rockets can be pretty, like, sometimes I play a lot of Far, and, like, yeah, direct hits 120, but sometimes, I'll just miss a dude. Sometimes I'll do, like, 80 damage, or it'll do 30 damage.
Yeah.
Like, so it creates this unreliability,
yeah,
where I just thought, like, just reduce the mines down to like 80 or 60 damage.
Right.
Yeah.
So if he still chucks 2 at you at once, you're not dead. You can survive that where it's like boom boom, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or
because that's how you kill most DPS with Junkrat is you launch one, you launch with his main thing, his grenade launcher, and then you throw out a sticky bomb.
Yeah, because the grenade's a 120 also, I think.
They're both 120s.
Yeah,
which
is
a
direct hit grenade.
So dumb.
And then anywhere near you mine and it's killing you.
Yeah, like I feel like the mine should do like 60 damage. So that way you could do like 120 and then 60. So that like the person has 20 health left. And then you have to do either chuck another mine or you have to shoot your grenade again.
Yeah.
So give someone like a chance to freaking breathe and not, I've turned a corner and I am dead.
Or you haven't even turned a corner and a Junkrat is falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
Because he can launch himself across the map.
Yeah, I like the multiple mine thing just for the mobility reasons, but I think it's just, it's just spam meta.
I still think that the Junkrat rework was the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
Who was asking for it? Like, I know before that we were getting people who would just play Junkrat in comp for no reason. Like, and it just started. Like, he didn't get reworked at all, and people were just like, "Oh, I'm gonna play Junkrat." It's like, what? Okay, you're bad at, like, they were just bad at Junkrat. But then they were probably the ones complaining to Jeff Kaplan. He's like, "Oh, people want Junkrat to be stronger." It's like, yeah, but he's actually fine. Those people just suck at your game.
Yeah, a lot of, like, I remember that was the biggest thing that me and you were talking about. Like, Junkrat.
No problem.
Still does a ton of damage.
Like I didn't want people to pick him, but that's just because those people couldn't play. Like, they didn't know how to play him.
Yeah.
Now it's just no one still knows how to play him, but you don't need to anymore because you're doing all of the damage.
Yeah. I saw interesting stuff saying like, make his bear trap actually do way more damage because it's more skill about
and
placement.
It used to. Like, they switched basically. The bear trap used to do a shit ton of damage.
It used to do like
100. I think it did over 100, or at least 100.
It did 110, I think.
And then the mine used to do 80 or 60 or something.
Yeah.
60 was the original too.
And then that was fine. Add the second mine if you want at 60 and keep air trap 1, whatever.
Yeah.
I would have been fine with that, but it's because they then switched the damages.
120.
And it's like,
flying
okay,
giant
so
blowing up radius.
Unidentified flying asshole.
So now you're giving him 2 of these things, and I get he can't have 2 out at the same time, but he throws them out so quickly, and they move so quickly, that it doesn't matter that he can't have 2 out at the same time. He might as well have 2 out.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're a tracer, you're not moving fast enough.
Yeah, it's well, accurate. Yeah. Also, I just don't like the fact when Moira was released, he says stuff like, she's OP as fuck. And it's like, don't say that. Why are you making this character that's, like, I get, like, a lot of times they've released characters and they're too weak, you know? Like, Sombra was a really good example. Orisa was a really good example. Doomfist they nerfed to the ground.
Yeah.
Anna was...
Doomfist I was alright with the first time I played him in
I had
beta.
no
was
problem
like,
with Doomfist.
That's fun. That's a fun time. And then he got crapped on. It was like... Whoa, we found another Mercy here.
Yeah.
Also,
just weird. But
Mercy's fine.
What they do to... Because this is another thing. Is because I'm not good at games, so I look into why I'm not good at the games. Is the research... Not research, what's the word? The thing that they use to study, like, what characters are being played, they're not using the right criteria to say, oh yeah, this guy needs to be better. They're really only looking at, is he being played? Is he being played for a little bit? Because that was the whole thing with Symmetra, is she got the second ult because they were like, people play her, but after a minute they switch off for, we need more people playing Symmetra. Which that was the thing, is they're not concerned about skill level anymore, they're concerned about, they're like, can we get these people played?
Yeah.
Because now the people that were not picked in seasons 2 and 3 are being picked exclusively in seasons 7 and I think we're on 8 right now.
I think so, yeah.
Because they were just like, oh, people aren't playing them. We'll make them better, and then they make them too good. And in the same case with Doomfist, they were like, a lot of people are playing Doomfist
because it's a brand new
character. When you release a character, there's gonna be that period of wow, a lot of people are playing him because it's like that's one of the most exciting things that happens in the game. But is a new freaking hero.
It tags into. But sorry, that's what tags into the medals thing we were talking about with placements. It was they were like a lot of people are playing Doomfist and they're getting a lot of kills, and it's like, well, yeah, that's the name of the game.
He's the DPS character you just released. I hope that's happening.
But I saw this thing that like Kaplan said about the new character that was releasing, where it's like the character is going to be meta changing, and it's like what. Stop. Just don't put a character in. Hopefully it has good synergy with the rest of the game, and don't release a character that, has a freaking 50-meter long tractor beam that has infinite ammo.
We hated Symmetra before. Here's Irish Symmetra.
Moira.
Transfer.
The ultimate far counter.
Transfer from problems with the game to the new Overwatch League that just started.
Alright, yeah.
That's really cool. It's a whole different game, but it's a completely different game
because
people with
the
skill.
one hero that has not been played so far in the 4 days, Symmetra. Mm-hmm. No playtime. Even May's gotten playtime because the Koreans were like, yeah, we can use her and be effective with her, and then everyone else is like, we'll stall.
Spitfire I heard London Spitfire did like a crazy... It was Horizon.
Oh yes, there was a stall tactic.
Yeah,
and there was a
stop 5 pushes with May.
Yeah,
it was incredible.
That was a good game.
Yeah. Because a lot of the first maps, which is Escort, have been Junkertown, and like that map allows for so many heroes to be used because like attackers will come out of the gate. Most of the time, it's going to be a Bastion, Orisa, double snipers with Hanzo and Widow, and then healers can be differed, but it's usually a Mercy because Res and all that, and Zenyatta because it's extra damage. And that's the most fun to watch because there's been no stage 1 stops on Junkertown. It's just impossible. Yeah. Like you're lucky to get a fight win on defense before they get in. Mm-hmm. It's I fucking hate that map.
But
it's infuriating.
what was it?
It's literally just, here's a corner, here's another corner, and then stage 2 is like, you get
Here's
one,
a U.
Yeah,
here's a small U.
Here's a small U, and then stage 3 is like big U, but more corners, and it's like, that doesn't even make sense, but okay.
But, wow, it was a match yesterday, and I think it was Dallas Fuel and, who'd they play? It was Dallas Fuel and the Valiant, I think, one of the Los Angeles teams, and that match went into an 8-7 win for LA.
Oh my
so they finished the map twice, and LA ended with like a minute 6.
Like, did they win the whole series, LA, or did Dallas?
Yeah, LA won 2-1.
Okay.
Which has been how Dallas lost both times to Seoul and LA.
Damn.
It's because they're a good team. It's just that they get stuck on one plan, and it's definitely what they want to do is just like, we have this thing that we have set, and they're really good at it, but it's the only thing they have set.
Oh, I noticed they have a lot of people that play on their team that are kind of like XQC. Basically, is just a Winston player, and then they only let Siegel play Junkrat.
Yeah,
like
Junkertown Siegel pulls out Hanzo for the first point or two.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, because that's,
that's
the meta of that map.
But that's what I think about. It's just like, Siegel's incredible at any hero, so like if you needed some off-picked hero...
He hasn't played enough Genji recently that it's not like there's so many better Genjis than him right now, just because he plays so much Junkrat. They don't really have any Genji on Dallas.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
He's just like the projectile person. Yeah. Basically.
Dallas looks so good, but they played Seoul, which
it wasn't good.
They're gonna be one of the people contending for the championship. It's how it's gonna happen. They have Jae-Hong, they have Miro. That's really...
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean,
just Jae-Hong. You need one person to carry a team with a healer.
With an Ana and a Zen. Or a Mei, because he was the one that played Mei.
Jeez.
He was the Mei?
Oh, I did hear about that. Because they were like...
Because that was preseason.
Jae-Hong played Mei, and it's like, cool. He's not even playing a character that he normally plays, and he's destroying.
Yeah, because it's them, it's XL, all South Koreans. They have Seigobi, they have Mano, they have Mecha. They're going to have Flower next season.
I like New York's team.
Spitfire, I think, is all South Koreans as well. Or at least their main 6 are South Koreans. But other than that, the other teams, like, Houston has 3 of the American players from the World Cup. They have Jake, they have Ruckus, they have Cool Matt on the Diva. And that's a fun team to freaking watch. They lost today, like Dallas. But I think they lost to New York today.
Or, I mean...
Houston.
I mean.
Yeah, they're...
A lot of people like Houston.
There's a shit ton of people who like Houston.
The Dallas-Houston match is pretty sweet. That was the one, right?
No,
who's black and black and green?
Black and green. That's Houston and...
Yeah, that's Houston. Right?
Dallas played... The green team they played was LA.
Oh, yeah, that's what
because it's been all Pacific matches playing Pacific teams playing Pacific teams and Atlantic teams playing Atlantic teams so far. There hasn't been a mix yet.
Gotcha. So
I think they
got like a AFC, NFC kind of situation going
on. At least until I think stage 1 is going to be all of those matches, just Atlantics playing Atlantics. But what was it? Houston, who did they play today?
How long is this supposed to last for?
It's a few months, like multiple months.
Yeah.
Because I think there's 4 stages in the championships, like playoffs.
And then probably play every team twice.
Probably?
I would imagine, like a home and away.
Yeah, although everything's just playing in Blizzard Arena.
Yeah, they all just host in the same area. But...
because there's no real... Most places don't have an esports arena.
Yeah.
Because the limited use.
Yeah. Well, they... here, they're limited use until... But they're building them. I think San Francisco is currently in building. Mm-hmm. South Korea probably has like 80 million.
They have a you can just put on the TV and watch StarCraft matches.
Yeah, probably StarCraft and League of Legends and all that shit.
Yeah.
Man, I wish we lived in an area that was like that. But
speaking of, I was just telling James earlier. I started playing the Division. This is just an off-topic thing. It's actually really good. They fixed a lot of part of the games, but I got it so I could play with my brother, and then my brother hasn't been on all week, and I was like, what the heck? What is going on? I got this game to play with my brother, And then I just kind of messaged for him before you guys came. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I haven't been on. I just got back from Korea. You want to play tonight?" I was like,
Jesus Christ.
"Yeah, okay, cool." So he was probably visiting my old Korean exchange student. So.
Oh yeah.
But his wife works at JFK Airport, so they just get free tickets.
Oh,
so,
you've told, yeah.
Yeah, they'll spend like a weekend in Morocco, and then go to Egypt or Turkey, and then. But apparently it was Korea this time. So yeah, he's like, "Yeah, I just got back from Korea. Sorry about that."
I wish.
So you want to play? I'm like, "Yeah, tonight." Sounds
Bro, why
good.
don't you get free tickets from JFK?
Because I don't work there, and I don't work at any airport, and I don't ever plan on it. Although now, it's going through my head.
Bride's wife was saying that she could get me a job at Buffalo Airport, which maybe I'll take, because then I'll have free tickets and I can just venture. Yeah, all right, see you guys. I'm spending a weekend in.
Bye-bye.
3 months later, Ben comes back. Ben, where were you? You said it was a weekend trip. Yeah. And then it wasn't.
Then it turned into a week trip, and then.
And then I
You
lost
know how
my
that
passport.
snowballs.
And then.
No, Ben, we don't know how that.
Now I'm a Shaolin monk, so there's that. Ben! Weren't you going to Italy? Yeah, now I'm a Shaolin monk.
Yeah, it
the
started
Italian
with
Shaolins.
Yeah, just go to the top of Mount Vesuvius. Yeah, that's the one.
I was
the
going to
one.
say Vesuvius too, but I don't know where that is. Just
It's the one that blew up and covered Pompeii and Herculaneum or whatever.
Yeah, and Hercules.
I thought that was just called Mount Pompeii.
No.
I've heard
Mount Olympus.
Mount Fuji.
Kilimanjaro. Next question.
Where is Kilimanjaro? Is
With
that
a jar.
Japan?
That's Africa, I think.
Africa.
It's Africa.
Fuji is Japan.
Yes.
I
know
get,
those
I
ones.
get confused because Kilimanjaro sounds like it could be Japanese.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe a Japanese person.
I
found
just
it in
know
Africa.
that I only know it's
Doubt
in
it.
Africa because
Doubt it.
my
I've been probably
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
my late uncle is from the South Africa colonies and the British colonies in South Africa, and when he passed, a lot of
Africana.
his children were going to climb Kilimanjaro and place his ashes there.
Huh.
And my great aunt asked me if I wanted to go, and I was like, I would love to, but I have to go to college.
Also, I don't want to climb a mountain.
Yeah, I was like that. Like I didn't want to say it's because I'm fat and lazy, but I was like, I don't want to climb a
Sent
mountain.
me. I would have went.
Yeah.
I would have hike a mountain.
Because climbing a mountain sounds cool, but I also know that it's physically demanding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I really want to get into rock climbing, but I want someone to go with me, and I can't find anyone to go rock climbing with me. And it's depressing me.
This is the first
Okay.
year in like 4 years we didn't go to. Not Gulf. Where is it? What we usually go for some reason to where is it? It's,
Royalton Ravine?
yeah, the ravine
Yeah.
in winter. We've done it the last 3 years, and this is the first year we didn't go.
I mean, we could go tomorrow.
Fair enough.
I'll be very tired, but yes.
I have to go to church, but afterwards.
I mean, it's probably awful
No, I
now
can't.
because everything keeps
Yeah,
thawing.
now it's
Like,
probably
there's
just
huge
straight
thaw and then
ice.
huge
Yeah,
freeze.
it's all ice and mud.
I've gone there when it's just covered in ice. It's not fun.
I believe you.
It's not.
I just remember one time you're like, yeah, we're going to Royalton. And I was like, it's 3 degrees. You're like, ah, don't be a pussy. Come on. And I was like, okay. And it was like you, me, and John.
Yeah.
And then we climbed up like the steep hill that leads to the rest of the ravine. We got up, and then like a minute later, you're like, all right.
cold.
Yeah. You were like, there's too much snow. Let's leave.
And then I left you guys.
You did.
Disappeared. And then I felt bad because you were my people I was supposed to look after since I was the adult, and you guys were
Yeah.
minors. And
Me and
disappeared
John.
into the woods. Were you there when we went to the one hiking trail and there was the giant rope swing?
Yes.
Yeah,
That,
it was like
that
me,
was Gulf.
you, and
That was Gulf Wilderness.
Yeah, it was me, you, and Catherine. It was the most
we
random
we
people.
stopped and looked around. And we were like, is this for real? And then we just started dicking around on a rope swing.
It was amazing. Have you ever heard about this?
Nope.
Okay, so someone tied up on this. So it was like a hill, and then someone tied up. There was like a tree, just going down the hill, tied up like a jet ski rope or something. So it's this huge tether with like a handle, and like tied it around so the handle was sticking down, and you could put your foot in it, crawl your way up the hill, and then just jump a little, and you would just swing, and you'd go like over the freaking ravine, and then
Jesus
swing back.
Christ.
amazing, slightly terrifying.
Extremely
because,
terrifying.
you know, the
Also-
farther you go out, the more distance there's as you're like, I am really high now, and then you'd swing back.
I remember we spent
incredible.
5 minutes trying to figure out how the hell they got... Because it wasn't like you
Yeah.
could climb the tree to get it on there. It was like just 20, 30 feet of trunk, nothing else, and then that one branch, and you were like...
Yeah, and
Who?
it had knots and everything. We're like, how did the freaking...
Probably just use the rope around the tree and like did
Yeah,
that,
just
like,
pulled themselves up,
lumberjack thing,
Mulan'd
yeah.
it.
Mulan style, yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome, though.
I
That
have
was a
found...
freaking crazy
Because it doesn't happen
experience.
frequently, but you, me, and Catherine always end up, like, once in a blue moon, hanging out together. Like, that's the group. And it's always the weirdest adventures.
Yeah. That was one of the coolest things that I've ever done. Like, just finding this random crazy-ass rope swing and then just almost dying.
See,
Yeah.
I don't have back to like with that rope swing thing and like why I would never go rock climbing with you. I don't have a general fear of heights. I have a fear of heights when I am the one in control of if I fall.
Yeah.
Put me on a roller coaster, put me on an airplane, anything like that. I'm fine.
Tall building and stuff. Yeah. No, I'm the
Nothing.
same way.
Put me on a like relatively short, like a 8-foot ladder. Freaking out.
My
Yeah.
boss, well, you know her, Allie, she was making me like replace light bulbs, and I do not like being on ladders. And I was just like, she's like, "What's going on with you?" I'm not having a good time right now. I kind of hate ladders, and I'm only,
There
7 feet off the ground, but it was not pleasant.
Yeah.
There was a time back when my dad was into, like, we have to redo the entire house to make it look nice because it will eventually resell it. They're never going to resell it. And, like, I had gotten home from a build for Cinderella, and I had not eaten that much. And I was in jeans, and I was, like, in a flannel, and he put me out on the roof in, like, 80-degree weather to paint. I got up, I painted for 10 minutes, and I was like, I need to get down. And he goes, why? What's the matter? And I was like, I can't. And I got to the ladder. I looked down, I experienced vertigo for a second, mixed with I haven't eaten, and I'm hot, and just fell forward onto a bush and then onto our sidewalk.
Nice.
So at which point, my dad's yelling at me, and my neighbor had to be like, are you okay? I'm getting you water.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm in my neighbor's air-conditioned house getting water. My mom comes home, and she's
Look
like,
at this bush.
yeah. My mom's like, what happened? And my dad goes, he was trying to get out of painting, so he fainted. And I was like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm good on roofs. It's the getting to the roof and back down from the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
Here,
I probably would have done the same thing. Like, get to the ladder and be like,
Yeah, I was like,
falling.
the rock climbing, I need to bring this up, though. It's not that bad, because,
you do indoor?
yeah, it's just indoor. Like, I would never actually climb a mountain. Like that.
Hey, look, this wall of rocks.
I'll hike a mountain, but I'm never going to be like, I had time to put this metal spike into this ice wall, hope it doesn't slide out, and I fall.
I've seen the wildlings do this in Game of Thrones. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Ching, ching.
Oh, what's that giant anchor over there? Weird. Okay.
I don't know why they need to stop the wall from moving.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Guys, careful. We can't push this wall at them. They have anchors. We have to climb over it.
Weird. All right.
Jon Snow's at the top. Release the anchor. It doesn't even do the side thing. It actually drops down. They're like, ah, shit. Yeah. Call the giants and mammoths off. We can't push it anymore.
Yeah. But
The weirdest story arc of Game of Thrones.
release it.
Yeah, this wall will never move. There's like 3 anchors.
They're heavy. You see the size of those? They could have just like cleaved off part of this mountain.
Yeah, sweet anchors. If we start them swinging along the side, it'd probably take out people climbing the wall or
Crush
something. Yeah, just destroy them.
Yeah.
Kill their hopes and dreams. What a
Yeah.
series. 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. We
What,
still
it's-
got over a year.
It's gonna be a
Holy
spring.
Spring, I think, yeah.
They said like March or
That's
April.
Dumb.
Yeah. I can't mooch off of your HBO account.
What?
Because I'll be busy doing school and probably won't have the time to watch
mooch
it.
off someone? Everybody got time to mooch off people.
No, because I always have to ask him because I never save your HBO account.
I just go through our texts and like I'm like it's here somewhere. It's like it's
So
upside. But yeah, back to the at the rock climbing center. There's this thing. So there's like typical rock climbing, which well, I don't know which one's actually considered typical. I don't know enough. But there's like get in a harness, get in a rope, and then you go up. But a lot of them have like a center island thing that's not as big, but you do. It's called bouldering.
Or you don't put a harness on.
Yeah,
and
you just free climb. But you only and they put these really thick pads, so like you'll fall like maybe 3 feet and then land. And you're like, all right.
Yeah, see,
they do that on Ultimate Beastmaster.
I would be fine. I would be fine on the harness one, because it's a harness. Like.
Yeah.
There's something to save me from falling to my death.
Yeah, it's an anchor.
I am the anchor.
Drop it.
Release him.
And no matter how many pads you put under me, how short the wall is, as soon as I get more than like 3 rocks up the bouldering one, I would be like, nope.
Ah, that's funny.
You have to get me down. Just fall. Get me down.
Nope. Nope, get me a forklift.
3 hours later. I'm impressed that his arms have lasted this long.
They bring over a ladder. Nope. Try again.
Larger!
Stairs or an escalator would be fine.
Damn. It's really fun, though.
Plot twist. He'll only jump if there's a trampoline beneath him, because those are just fun.
It's true.
I can't find anyone to go with. It's depressing.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
I might just go by myself.
Get John to
You
go.
lonely, lonely fuck.
Get John to go, and then tell him it's like an hour earlier than you're going.
Yeah.
Then he'll get there on time.
Well, like, I was thinking about asking John, but I don't know. Like, I want... Because everyone's going to be back at college, and I want someone like I could go regularly. I asked someone from my gym, and we, like, set the day, and then we're like, oh, this is great. And we're like, it's a day we can both do this, and they're not open until 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Like, was it a weekday?
Yes, Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday. They're not open until 4 in the afternoon. Like, but not like 10 to like another time. It's 4 in the afternoon till like.
Well, I mean,
9 at night. It's 5 hours.
Pulp's like that, though.
Pulp's open till 11, until 9.
Well, Pulp was like that when they first opened. Is it like a new place?
No, Niagara Climbing Center has been there since I was a kid.
Oh, then I don't know then. I was going to say, if they're a new business, it might just be like, we don't know.
No.
Because that's what Jay and Amy were like we don't want to put a lot of money in it.
I'm sure they figured it out where it's cheaper, like, for the amount of people that you're getting into the facility, as opposed to, like, the amount of hours you have to pay a person to be there. Like, it probably is not cost effective or something. I'm sure they've like figured it out, but that was like the one time we could go was in mornings, and then
climb a real mountain, you pansies.
Yeah, they can't close it. Well, they can't close this.
Government.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I mean we should keep talking. But
the schnauzers, they've been released.
There's like screaming dogs.
Puppies.
Yeah, I think your mom's just like watching a video or something.
Oh, that's in my house. Okay, I thought that was like outside in the neighborhood.
Well, Crow, here's your sword.
That's my sword!
Take care. For now, it's Crow's sword.
God dang it, give me my sword.
My sword is much bigger.
Yes, it is.
I mean, according to
compensation.
According to the receipt, it's my sword.
It's called perfect compensation.
Perfectly average compensation.
What was I thinking?
Oh, you know. I can't wait for this to just be vaguely in the background.
Fuck Rock.
Tom Clancy's The Division.
God, no. I don't even know what the game is.
It's a third-person cover-based shooter.
I get that. I don't get why, though.
Why? Because it's like a shooter.
I know. It's a joke. I don't know.
It's fun.
I've never played it, is what I'm saying. Or seen it played. Or care to play it.
That's fair. It's my placeholder for Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And whenever I need a break from Monster Hunter, I want to play a shooter because I'm done with Overwatch. And
that's why I want to get World War II now that I've played it, and it actually is like a fun thing to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm never going to get like a Call of Duty game. It's just not my MO.
The only reason we have it is because we got it for free.
If I get it for free, yeah.
It was one of those like end of the year. It was like PlayStation was like, do you want Call of Duty? And we were like, do we have to pay for it? And they're like, no. I was like, okay. And I think like it was like if you pay $20, you have it for real now. And so Josh just got a $20 PS4 card and was like, "We'll keep it. It's fun."
I have a ton of games on my PS4 now that like I was like, "Oh, deal, download." Haven't played, but I wanted to play The Last of Us with you. So it's because the last time we went to play it, we're like, "All right, let's do this."
It's like an 8-hour.
8-hour install.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
It's installed now.
Josh and I have to set aside a good like 2 months to achievement hunt that.
Yeah. Because once you get through like the easy ones, you start being like, do this in like hard mode or whatever.
But, yeah,
and
so
you have to
some of the achievements are like
portion out shit.
Finish the game in easy, medium, hard, and crushing. Finish the game in easy plus, medium plus, hard plus, crushing
I
plus.
love plush.
And then it's like, get all of the things, get all of the other things, get all of the third things, do all optional conversations, mod the lead with medicine, do all of these super random things, and then you do all of those, you're at 60%, and then it's like, do you have an online gaming pass? Those are about $20 a year. That's how you get the rest of the achievements, and I'm like, God damn it.
The online
Wish it was $20 a
achievements,
year.
I don't even consider those as part of the actual game.
Josh and I just like the shiny platinum trophy you get when you 100%. We have like 7 of them. We're going for 8.
I'm one achievement away from having one of them, but I'm not ready to play through Fractured Butthole again.
Oh, gotta love... do you have that on disc or downloaded?
Download.
Damn it.
On disc.
Oh, I wanted to borrow it.
Yeah. When I get my wisdom teeth out in March, I want to just like hydro myself up and play Fractured Butthole.
Will you be here when Crow turns 21?
I'll
When
be
does your
here.
guys' break?
I will be here the week after you turn 21, but I will still only be 20.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's still 20.
Oh, because so you can't even go to the bar
Yeah.
and
Nope.
karaoke. Dang it, James!
Also,
Child.
best thing about my birthday, 4 days later, St. Patty's Day.
Oh yeah.
3 days
God.
later, St. Patty's Day.
I don't celebrate that. It's not part of my religion. I'm not Irish.
I'm Scottish. I do everything to avoid St. Patrick's Day. I wear blue, and then people get mad at me, and I'm like, nah.
I'm an alcoholic. I love that day.
I've seen It's Always Sunny in
my
Philadelphia
high
once.
pitch.
I'm legally allowed to participate.
Oh, man. I love It's Always Sunny. I haven't watched that in so long. That's what I need to do.
You gotta make Charlie McDennis for us.
I do. Like yesterday or the day before, I replied to a tweet and it was just a meme of, it was basically, hold on, let me look at the
Like
picture.
someone sent it to you?
No, like it was just somebody put something stupid on Twitter. Like there was this really funny joke. And then this person was like, yeah, but this is super insensitive. How about we not post like that? And it wasn't even something, it wasn't like anything that insensitive.
Okay.
And I found a meme that was like, it's a Wheel of Fortune meme where the question is, what should you do? And you have most of the letters to the words delete your account, just missing a few. I have 412 likes
Nice.
for no reason.
It's because that's hilarious.
It's a quality meme.
Yeah.
To that person that was like...
The person was like, this is offensive. It's like, no, it's not. You're being offended for no reason.
Yeah.
Freaking...
I now have 20,000 followers on Twitter.
No, none of them have followed me. Thank God. Would want them to. But
Too
it's
much pressure.
just so many likes. Like,
That's the cumulative amount of likes I've ever gotten on anything.
yeah, that might legitimately be more likes than any other tweet combined has gotten.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, it's ridiculous.
The thing I've gotten the most likes on was when we went to go to Game Grumps Live. And I think it was the one picture of all of us with Dan and Aaron. Because, it just got into other people that like Game Grumps stuff since it was, a hashtag.
Because,
so people saw it, and then I was like, well, who are you? You're, from, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
This is just to reply to a quality joke.
Yeah. It's good. Look at your comedian career.
Right. It's off and running. I was...
Into a hole.
I don't know, those people was like, oh, this tweet's taking off. Time to link my SoundCloud to it and be like, watch my podcast.
Yeah.
But
You want more of this freaking, jewel of comedy?
Right. But it's not like the 20,000 or 150,000 favorite tweets that get that shit.
This was our chance, Zach.
You blew it.
You blew it.
Also, I was cleaning out all the files I don't need, like old essays and shit that I'm never gonna need again. And then there was one, and it was BCB poster, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And it was from April of last year, and it was when you guys had first started, and I put up a poster, and we were gonna print it out, but we didn't have the logo yet.
Wait, you made a poster?
Yeah, because we were good. I told you I was going to send it to Crow so you guys could like put it up in the comic book shop so that people would like listen to this thing. And then like we didn't have a logo.
Was this the one that you drew or something?
Not that I
Like
drew,
you were
but like
testing
I
it?
designed a little like, hey fuckers, watch our podcast, and then like a little snippet about us. It didn't say that,
Watch this shit.
but it was.
Oh my god.
It was.
I remember.
It was when our.
I forgot
Our,
I even got this book. Sorry. Go ahead.
They're saying that they bent back all of his comic books.
It was when the Durantler was still a fresh concept in the minds of the BCB.
And we brought it up all the time, so
Yeah.
that way...
It
I
was-
feel like it would work better in a video medium podcast where we could have like a picture of the Durantler in the background so people
Like-
would know it's our...
Like, I don't know,
'cause
like
if we bring
a
up
logo.
If we bring up the Durantler now, it's like...
Who?
What?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. I had
3 stories of neck.
Yeah. That was a good.
Yeah.
Those were the good days.
Back when.
So young, so innocent.
So naive. So full of podcasting.
Yeah. So when I put up the podcast from our last 27, I was going to finally try to make a video and put it on YouTube. And James had found this site and it was like, oh, convert MP3s and other audio files into MP4s. Just add an image and put the audio file in. So I did it. That's a simple thing. Even I, a technologically like pretty much handicapped person, can do it. And there was a limit of 20 megabytes.
How big was the podcast?
One of our shortest podcasts ever, and it was 446 megabytes.
That's just the audio file.
That's just audio.
And to be fair, like,
The video wouldn't have
400
been
megabytes,
It's
not a lot.
It's not a big file.
It's not a lot. So these websites are like clearly like this is for a
Yeah, like I
3-minute
looked,
thing,
I like,
or-
and it wasn't working. So I was like, he had like a pretty much Q&A section or like a help section right below, like on the main page, and it's like, oh, I'm trying to do this thing, like, and it didn't work out. And he's like, oh, make sure it's this type of file and all that. And I found a guy's like, oh, I'm trying to upload this thing. It was for a charity, and it's not letting me do it. Do you know why? He's like, well, if it's over 20 megabytes, that's the limit. And I'm just like, that's the reason.
There it is. It's 20
Like
times
he made
larger.
it specifically. Also, the reason he made the site was kind of stupid, because he had recorded a song with his wife that he wanted to put on Facebook, but he couldn't do it. Like, they don't do just straight audio files.
Okay.
So it was like, oh,
Or you mean like an audio and video put together already?
no, like it was just an audio file.
Right.
Yeah.
And they wanted to put like pictures with it or something?
No, you just can't upload an audio file to Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Like, there were no pictures at all.
I got you now. Okay, I understand.
And Facebook will let him do it, and most of the like responses to like the help section were, oh, just do like make a SoundCloud account and upload it, which is free for like a whatever 15 megabyte thing it was,
Yeah.
and then just do like the share feature and do it on Facebook, which is easy. And he's like, no, that's too complicated. So he made an entire fucking program to convert MP3s to MP4s.
Too many steps.
Yeah, this is too many steps. I'm just gonna do a program. It's like, it's this.
Sorry, I'm showing the old mock-up,
So,
and I'm touching shit.
one, he did not shorten the work for himself at all. He in fact made so much more work that it was ridiculous for himself. And it doesn't really save anyone else time, because with the time that you make this MP4 on the website
You could just
and
make
find this website, you could have just made a SoundCloud and done it.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-second thing. It's like, oh, it's your email, you want a password.
He just Rube Goldberg'd himself.
Yeah, and it's not like he's making money off of it. It's
Happens
totally
to the
free.
best of us.
I need more steps.
It's honestly incredible. And then James sent me like 2 more converters.
I really was trying to be helpful, and I was just setting us up for failure.
At best, our file was like 390 megabytes too big. At worst, on that first site, it was like 420 megabytes too big.
I will say we have one more easy thing that might work. I was talking to Ben before this.
It will work, because I know people that have made videos and put them on YouTube using that player.
Yeah.
So
after looking through all of these audio to videos,
use
I just opened it in Windows Movie Maker and added the thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you shitting on my ass? Has it been that easy all along?
The Windows Movie Maker is super primitive, though, and very convoluted.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, iMovie, which is beautiful and just...
But
yeah,
setbacks,
none of
except
us
for
have.
our friend John.
Yeah.
But we never actually give him our files. So.
But James just has to show me what to do, so I ordered my charger. Once my charger gets back in, I can just...
Step 1. Open the audio in Windows Movie Maker.
Step
2.
Put your
Find
dick in the audio.
find that icon that says Add Picture. Step 3. Add that picture. Step 4.
Profit.
There is no Step 4.
Profit.
Basically, because we
can put ads in.
Yeah.
Not monetizing.
We're monetizing it. We're adding so many ads in.
every 10 minutes an ad. They're legitimately, like, I had to unfollow certain YouTube channels because it's like a 10-minute video, but they put 2 ads in between, and I'm like, no reason.
It's because...
That's why I find Hulu sometimes unusable, especially for watching SNL.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is so ridiculous with the ads. Like, and Hulu is ridiculous with every show with the ads because you get one as soon as you open whatever you want to watch.
Yeah.
You get before the show even puts up the TV rating. You get it, and then for South Park, which is what I mostly watch on Hulu, because it's like really the only place other than the Comedy Central app thing that
to watch Hulu, to watch South Park.
It's so dumb on my phone. My phone just gets to that site and it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I know it's a video. I know it's just like YouTube or whatever the fuck else you use on the phone. We can't do it. My phone just fucks up everything with that.
Mm-hmm.
The ads are way better on that, but I can't fucking watch the show. Hulu it'll do the opening ad, which is between 30 and 120 seconds. It's fine. I'm fine with that. It's that it will then do the opening sequence, like the credit, like the song to South Park, which is maybe a minute, and then it'll be another 30 to 120 second ad, and most of the time they're both 120, and it's like, okay, this is too much ad for me getting no show at this point.
Yeah.
And then they put in
And
where
then
the
there's,
ads would normally
more.
be in the episode. And it's like, this is not why I'm on a streaming service.
Yeah. The thing about the YouTube where a lot of people are starting to put ads in multiple, it's because of the monetization issues that have been happening where they've been cutting people's profits, so they've had to put more ads in so that they can actually balance out.
Yeah, that's
Getting
why.
money.
That's another reason I really like Achievement Hunter, because they're big. Like Rooster Teeth is big enough to be just like, hey, go directly to a company and be like, do you want to advertise? Or the companies come to them directly instead of going through YouTube, which is way better for all parties involved except for YouTube, but fuck them. Yeah. And so they're basically just like, yeah, this is advertised by Ubisoft or EA or which EA is hopefully going to slow down. Yeah, the huge ones, Verve, Movement Watches, Casper Mattress.
Yeah.
All the things that you see only on YouTube and nowhere else because they're just online shit that knows how to advertise.
Yeah. Well, now there's we're getting into this new advent of subscription-based models for everything.
Yeah.
But
Blue Apron. Huge,
yeah, but even for
YouTube
shows and companies like that, like Rooster Teeth or Achievement, or I think it's Rooster Teeth, right?
Yeah, Rooster Teeth's main company.
But it's on Verve.
You
know? Yeah, so
they've been around since 2003.
Yeah, so but those kind of things are growing now, where it's here's your stuff, pay a little money, no ads, enjoy, and it's just better.
Yeah, Verve is probably the best thing I've gotten, and it's really only. It's directed at nerds.
Yeah, it's a niche market, but it's a niche market that works.
Because that's who's going to be on watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and more that kind of stuff is growing and becoming more and more commonplace, I guess you would be the word, or common. A lot of people are into that.
Yeah.
For D&D is having this freaking renaissance and stuff like Harmon Quest.
There are so many D&D things.
Yeah.
Twitch has got it. Verve has got all like the pretty much D&D centered channels.
Yeah.
There's a shit ton of YouTubes doing it.
Will Wheaton has like 4 different ones on Geek and Sundry.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Geek and Sundry's.
I mean,
like,
literally,
D&D
the
central.
freaking the Matt Mercer one is one of the most popular D&D podcasts.
That's such a good one too.
Yeah.
Nate Wants to Battle's doing one. Game Grumps are doing one.
But yeah,
We're doing one. Tune into the Broke Dungeon. We're not doing one anymore. We might.
We're waiting on things to just fall into place at this point.
We've tossed them in the air.
Yeah.
When they land,
well,
they land.
we have no one here to play.
Yeah.
The pancakes are in the air. We're just waiting them to come off of the ceiling.
If we could legitimately find consistent people to play, then possibly. But that's just out of the question.
I mean,
it's
you've got Crow, and Bobby was interested. If you can talk to her.
Oh yeah, that was funny. She broke.
That was the weirdest thing. Like,
she told me that, I was like,
because I got to the party first, and like, usually when you're the first guy there, you make the small talk. And I was like, "Oh, how are things?" And she was like, "Oh, they're good."
My organs are one organ now, but
yeah,
it's fine.
But
she is just straight up dying.
immediate Sagui into. So, what's D&D about? It depends on what campaign you're doing. Oh, because I'm kind of interested, and I was like, what?
What if you? Yeah, did the most opposed person to D&D?
I think she just opposed because we started when her and Scott were in that weird place in their life towards each other.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
But it's been 6 years, and we're moving on.
And we're halfway there.
Oh,
living on a prayer. A tagline for this goddamn podcast.
Let's think of something.
We were talking about Verve, podcast, Dunda, Ruby.
Oh yeah,
Lizard on a
ignoring
pear.
all of those comic books.
Sick segue.
Things we have not talked about in months.
Oh man.
I picked up 2 new ones.
Who cares?
Moving on.
That's it.
Movies.
You like that little tease there?
Me and Ben went to
we didn't.
the Pulp 716.
James was there too, but it's fine.
Yeah, James was there too. I forget things.
I was the first one there.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
I had to fucking reintroduce you guys to that.
got
Jay thought you were dead.
2 new comic books. Because we haven't been there in so long that they were just straight up things that we did not even see the first issue of already in volumes and trades and shit.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah.
So
That's
much stuff I've been
freaking
waiting
awesome.
for.
Like, there's so much stuff that I need to go back and buy, but I'm broke.
Yeah.
As usual.
And in college.
Bro. And I picked up... What did I pick up? I picked Sons of the Devil, which I've never heard of before. I just picked it because the title sounded cool and the cover looked cool.
I didn't even see.
That's how I pick most of my
I
comics.
didn't even see what you grabbed.
And I picked up trade one of Plastic, which is the creepiest, most disturbing comic. Just like... Nothing just seems right that goes on in that comic, and that was a great read.
You want a freaking medium that is not hindered by any regulations,
comics are the way
common
to go.
beliefs,
You will
PC
never
culture.
see this, and you cannot see this in any type of visual.
It's really cool, and that's something I really appreciate about comics.
Yeah.
It's like they're
It
really
can
on
be
the forefront.
anything.
Like they're not afraid to do.
And they
weird
have
stuff.
No diversity issues.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I was gonna say
awesome.
because I'm looking at because this is how I know like what comics I need to buy is I keep the latest issues. I take a picture and put it on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm looking through and it's like this hodgepodge of bullshit. Like it's like Game of Thrones. Okay. Then there's a series called Pestilence where it's like, what if the Black Plague was actually the zombie apocalypse? Nothing like... Kind of like Game of Thrones, nothing. One called Jimmy's Bastards, which is just about a rich guy named Jimmy who's a bastard. Then there's Kill Shakespeare, which is like, what if every Shakespeare character were in one world? And they make a lot of jokes about Shakespeare being God, so instead of saying like, oh, by God, they say, oh, by the Bard. And it's just super funny and full of puns.
Gross.
A Clue comic book, one based off of the series Highlander,
Nice.
Monster Mechanica, which is like a steampunk one. Diablo House, which is just like...
Devil House? Did I nail it?
Well, kind of. It's literally like... People sell their souls to the devil, and then when we collect, we put their souls in these rooms, and each room is their own personal hell. And then... It's really funny, because the guy that runs it is a surfer dude. He's like, what's up, broskies? Who wants to see what's behind door 1713? And it's just some guy that was like, I wanted to be really good at pinball, and the ladies would love me, and now my soul is damned! And he's like, alright, 1713. It's so stupid. I'll lend it to you. I only have the first two. But it's like, there's so much...
Yeah, there's just awesome stuff with comics. It's just...
And you're also...
It's a slightly expensive hobby to keep up. That's the main thing. Especially because I bought 2 trades, and spent like $36 and finished both trades in a day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So...
I put on I forget what was on a GDQ, and I was just like, I don't really care about this run that much. It's not a game I know or anything. I think it was during the Awful Games block. And I was just like, yeah, fuck it. I have two trades. I'll just take an hour to read them. Half an hour later, I was done with both.
Yeah.
And they were both so good, though.
This is why I enjoy living, going to college out of state, is because I come home for a weekend, I buy all of my comics for the month, and then I go to school and I read them, and I have no way of getting more.
Yeah.
So I learn how to space them out, and then I come home for a week, and I...
What is spacing out?
Yeah. I binge everything.
Yep.
We talk
alcohol,
about
comics, video games...
Especially, I've gotten better about video. Like, I space out video games, but it's more that I just play them slowly. I don't space them out. I put in 20 hours into a game, and I'm like, I got through level 1. I've gotten everything in level 1.
I've just started buying very difficult games, so that forces me to, like, Bloodborne. You can't binge Bloodborne. I mean, you kind of can, but that game is like, I love Bloodborne, and I've always loved that game, even though I've never completed it, and I've only played bits and pieces, but I've always just loved the world and the lore and everything. That game really wears down on you after a while, because it's just you, no music, quiet area, everything's black and gray and dark and depressing.
Yeah, that game wears down on me in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't play those games.
I go between like just playing a Rudy Tooty point and shooty game, and then I achievement hunt a PS3 game, or like one of the first PS4 games, and I achievement hunt that till I hate it and I've 100%ed it, and then I go back to a Rudy Tooty point and shooty for a few weeks to like re-enjoy video games.
And then Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, it was so stressful!
Oh, man.
It doesn't help. So this was one of the things.
Video game comics.
Yeah.
With choice.
With choice.
Choose your own death adventure.
So that was another thing, is when we sent you, when I sent you
you
that
don't
14
die.
seconds, everyone else does. Oh, it's so stressful.
Everyone else gets deleted,
Yeah,
son.
I played it. Like, I can't play the game anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it uninstalls itself.
Yeah, there is a thing you can do. You have to go in and like delete stuff, and you can actually get it to be an actual like dating sim.
Oh yeah, I have to re-download it and then just delete Monica before I start playing.
Yeah, and then it becomes an actual dating sim. But for those of you who don't know about the game, spoiler alert:
God.
play it before you hear anything about it. It's that kind of game. It's just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely don't listen. Skip from this time to time I say later, because I'm actually looking at the screen.
I have a question.
Nope.
Please, pick me. My hand is up. Pick me.
Yeah, okay, James.
How are they gonna know what to skip to if you're gonna say it after you say it?
All right, skip to now. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
You can write it
I just thought about it.
You can write it in the description of the podcast.
Now, spoilers, we'll put it up in like the footnotes, or I'll tweet out a number randomly on the Twitter. Follow our Twitter, by the way.
You can just...
It feels like old times, this podcast. We've covered a lot of old ground.
Yeah.
Wait, you can just... put it in the description.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Do you remember what time we started talking about this anymore?
It's
Well, we haven't done any spoilers, so just hit the button now.
Yeah, well, so from 123 to something, I can't write it down.
I'll write it down.
But, okay, so this game is a dating sim, in quotation marks, because it starts out, it's like any other Japanese dating sim. Hey, look, 4 girls You're the only guy you ever see in the entire game.
They've all got a lot of color hair.
Yeah, none of them have normal colored hair. Monica's brownish. Maybe.
It's like a brownish pink.
Yeah, it really is. And then there's pink, and then there's other
brownish
pink, and then
pink.
there's purple. But so it's like, oh, your friend Sayori is like, hey, join the literature club.
And you're like, God damn it, I can't say no to you.
I can't read, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then you
I
get
read
there.
picture books.
Yeah, I read animus.
You get there. It's 4 girls, and it's like, oh, and then it ends up like, you're just talking,
you're like,
it's really just
you're
that.
like, I want to fuck one of these 4 women.
All 4, if possible, but we'll work our way there. And
then,
so it's like, all right, go home and write a poem. And so you write a poem. And you're like,
Except you never get to know what poem you write. It just gives
Yeah.
you like a bundle of words, and it's like, do you want to pick lust, discombobulated, atrophy, or murder? And you're like, lust. And it's like, ooh, Sayori likes that word. And you're like, yay.
yeah, so you just pick words to try and like
Court a
woo
lady.
certain characters. And so you do that, and you come back, and you share poems, and everyone's like, and you do that for a while. And then you get to the point where it's like, oh, we're going to have a festival thing for all the clubs at school.
Yeah, it's basically like each, it's like just a day to have fun, and you show your club to people.
Yeah. And so, and I experienced this, I had read about it before, like with all this shit that can happen, but the first time I actually saw it as the game was going was the Game Grumps playthrough, where you like prep for the festival, and then
like one of your friends talks about being depressed, and you're like, I'll always be there for you.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I love you, and then
Yeah.
she's like, oh my god, I gotta go. And so you wake up the next day, it's like, oh man, I can't believe I told
Sayori I loved her.
Yeah, and so
Or there was the option where it was like, because what I told her, because I was courting Natsuki, it was like, I'll always be here for you. You're my best friend.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not gonna.
That's not gonna be good.
Because she literally, like, it ends with her going, I don't know what I expected. I'm gonna start crying, and she runs off, and I'm like, fuck, fuck.
Because James knew what happened when he was playing. I think he'd see in the Game Grumps.
Yeah, I'd watched the Game Grumps, and I was like, you know what? This will be fun. And then I named my character Daddy, so they kept calling me Daddy.
Yeah, that took some of the seriousness out of the game.
Yeah.
But so you wake up the next day, and usually you walk to school with Sayori.
But she's
the one that got you into literature club. But
she sometimes sleeps in.
And you were worried. It's like, oh, new boyfriend. I don't want to be too like pushy. So you go to school, and then she's still not there. And
Monica's like, oh, here are the poems everyone picked, because you all have to read a poem, and then you flip to Sayori's. And it's just a page of like, get out of my head, 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 get out of my head before I tell you what I want to do. Get out of my head. And it's like, and you get so freaked out. And then the game's like, you rush home, you rush to Sayori's, you barge into her house, you're climbing the stairs. And then like, this brief thought where it's like, oh, this is something a boyfriend would do if he was concerned about his girlfriend. And then you open the door, and then fucking Sayori's killed herself.
Yeah, and the game has this cheerful color scheme. It's so bright and poppy, and then it completely changes when you get to that scene. And it's like, it kind of like
so
grayscales halfway, so there's still color.
Yeah,
but it looks like real. Yeah, it takes like a real world feel as much as you could get from like an anime style drawing.
And then the game starts glitching out on you. Like, you see your friend dead hanging from the ceiling.
Doesn't the game start off from the beginning at that?
Yeah,
and
like,
the game
it glitches out, it blacks out, it goes back to the starting screen, except the starting screen's usually the 4 girls, and then this time Sayori's gone.
Yeah. And
so
no matter what save you have, they're deleted. No saves. It's not like, oh, reload this save.
You restart, and now Monica's like, join the literature club. I started it. And you're like, okay. And then this is where shit gets weird. I say that knowing what I've just told you. Because now there's only 2 girls. You don't really get to court Monica. You get to court Natsuki, who likes anime, or Yuri, who likes kind of like horrorcore nonsense. But the game's glitching out now. Like, you could be having a normal conversation, and then their eyes and mouth turn into a void, or their face gets like distorted and the text gets super dark and scary. And then it gets to a point when I played it, because I was courting Natsuki. And through the first playthrough, for some reason I thought, okay, courting Natsuki gets Sayori killed, so I'm going to court Yuri. And then 4 times through Yuri's playthrough, she leaves to make tea. And then she's gone for a while, and you go to look after her, and it's just, you see her knife in hand, blood on her arms, and then by the time you've processed what that was, the game backs up on itself, and Monika's talking to you, and then Yuri walks in like nothing happened. But I saw Yuri cut herself like 3 times, and it's not okay.
This game is freaking crazy.
So
I'll keep letting James talk about it because I have not actually seen. I've seen pictures at this point.
Yeah, I Snapchatted it to Crow and our friend Owen because I needed emotional support.
And Owen was there for him, and then the next day I watched through everything, and I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
I just love the one thing I saw was like on Instagram where people were taking Sayori
There's so many memes on Instagram
and putting her on a Christmas tree as an ornament hanging by her rope
with Monika.
Did I tell you what Josh wants to do?
What?
He wants to get a keychain of Sayori, where the keychain comes from the back of her neck. Because Josh is a twisted bastard.
He is. Sometimes he does like
Josh
Snapchat
is
stories that are
dark.
just ridiculous.
My little brother stresses me out, but he's 15, he's in high school, he's allowed to go through his emo phase, but
Yeah.
God, what a time to go through your emo phase.
Get that shit out of the way.
But so anyway,
I
like,
never had an emo
I'm
face.
courting Yuri.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit you in the wrong spot.
Probably hitting me now.
Yeah. Late
30 emo face is not okay.
It
man.
didn't hit me as badly as it was probably going to, but it was like, because I was friends with Robin and Maddie, and so like, it was like I'm emo by association. I just wore that hoodie all the time. And then senior year, I took it off. And
Wait.
like,
Is wearing a hoodie mean you're emo?
well,
Just
like
the
when
same
you
hoodie?
only wear that
the one
I'm
hoodie.
just kidding.
Yeah.
I used to only wear like one hoodie all the time, but that was
You had your emo phase then, you're fine.
okay. Sweet, I made it.
But so,
I did it.
anyway, so yeah. Backtracking to Doki Doki. So, at this point, Monika tries telling you, she's like, don't hang out with them. They're freaky. Hang out with me. Except you can't. Like, anytime you start to, the game blacks out and goes to the next day. And things get weird. Like, Natsuki and Yuri have an argument.
And then kill each other.
No, like, but so they're just shit-talking each other's poems. And then Yuri starts talking about how Natsuki gets beat at home and it's turned her into a little bitch. And then Natsuki comes back with, at least I don't cut myself on the fucking edge I think I have. And they're just going back and forth about house abuse and cutting yourself. And I'm just sitting there and then, like...
I'm just sitting here like, man, anime's cool. Am I right, guys?
My potatoes.
Well, no, but so, like, you're there, and then
Potatoes.
they're like, you, I'm not gonna say daddy, because that's what they called me, but it's like, player, whose side are you on? And so it goes to the choice screen, and you don't want to make a choice. Like, you don't want to choose between, like, do I side with the chick that's emo, or do I side with the chick that's getting beaten? But regardless of what you choose, you don't get to choose. And so you keep pressing buttons thinking, like, it'll keep going, but it just keeps zooming in on the 2 names. And then it's just Monika's face, and she pulls you aside, and she's like, don't hang out with them. And then eventually you pick, like Yuri gets obsessed with you, and she's like, I want our bloods to be together, and it's like, that's gross. And then, like, you either say, okay, let's bone, or you say, no, you freak me out. And then she, regardless of your choice, she stabs herself. And then you in the game, in game time, you have to literally press skip text because it goes on for, like, I tried clicking through for a little bit and it was just gargling as I'm looking at dead Yuri. And so I eventually pressed, like,
fish tank in the background.
I effectively just pressed, like, skip text. And it was a legitimate 7 minutes of text as it was in-game, going through the weekend of you just looking at this dead corpse. And then Natsuki comes in because it's the day of the festival, and she's like, hey everybody, what the... Holy shit! And then you see a very Like, she's a very tiny, cutesy little anime girl, and it's just her vomiting, and it's a very gross image to see. Not that vomit's gross, but seeing
Vomit's gross.
Yeah, okay. You got me there. Vomit's pretty gross. And watching
no, I just puked into a trash can this weekend.
a little anime girl puking, and, like, there being puke everywhere on the screen is disgusting. And so she runs out screaming, and then Monica walks in. And Monica's like, "Oh, that happens. Yeah. Here, let me do this."
That's
and
how the news
she
goes.
deletes the Yuri file, and then she's like, "I want to delete Sayori, but I need to do something real quick." And so she calls Sayori in, grabs a cupcake, and she's like, she makes good cupcakes at least, and then deletes Sayori. And then the world starts crashing in on itself, and you're like, okay. And then it's just a close-up of Monica, and she's like, "Now we're alone. The game didn't want us to be together, but we're together now." Blah, 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 blah. And she has programmed 5 days, like, not in-game, but, like, in real life. What's 24 times 5?
100, no.
It's not important. It's, like...
116.
We figured...
120.
120. She has 120 real-time hours of stuff to say to you. Because you can try to, like, skip through and see if there's, like, an end in sight to her breaking the fabric of reality of this game. And then eventually, like, hidden inside the, like, the love and nonsense is, like, at least you haven't deleted me yet. And, like, it kind of, like, it tells you what to do. It's like, to go into the game file and delete me. But you wouldn't do that. You love me. So, like, I wanted to wait it out and see if, like, there was a loop. But no, it's legitimately, like, 5 days of text of her just wooing you. So eventually I delete her from the game. And then the game shuts down. Like, legitimately. And I'm like, okay, I'll restart the game. And, like, before I could even process that thought to move my mouse, the game opens up again. And it's just jittered text. And it's like, you deleted me. What the hell? I loved you. I thought you... And it's like, this creepy Omnic voice is just telling you to go crazy. And then, like, after a while of stress of this voice telling you that they love you, they're like, fine. I guess you never loved me. I'll restart the game, and you'll be without me. And it's like, okay. It'll be a normal dating sim now. So I open up the game, and so, like, the game starts like normal. And it's like, you see Sayori, your best friend. And Sayori's like, you should join my club that I started. It's called the Literature Club. And it's like, okay, I know where this goes.
I think I know what's going on.
So, anyway, so the game starts and blah, 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 blah. And then Sayori's like, don't hang out with Yuri or Natsuki too much. It should just be you and me. Alone.
She takes off the mask.
No, but the thing is it's Sayori. And then you see the text of Monica go, no, not again. This can't happen to him twice. And the game deletes officially off of your computer. And then there's like a credit sequence where it's like, it's not text anymore. You hear a voice and there's like a lot of static and then you go, it's this cutesy little girl voice and it freaks me out. It's like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, sorry this happened, but I didn't think it could be avoided. You know how I've been practicing piano? I'm not very good, but I wanted to play you this song I wrote for you. I worked really hard on it, and it plays this ending song that's to, like, the background music of Doki Doki, but with words to it. And it's super stressful because you're just listening to it, and it's literally, like, just about, like, I loved you, but the game wouldn't let us date. And I really loved you, but I guess if it's not meant to be, I'll let you go. And then the game ends. And then the very last screen of it, which is what I have now, like, if I open Doki Doki on Steam, this is what I have, and it says, truly, the Literature Club was horrible for everyone involved. I'm sorry it had to be this way, but I don't think it's safe for you to come back. But this is to remember me by. Love, Monica. And it's super stressful. Like, I'm gonna wait a few times. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I do the actual dating sim playthrough. But it was a lot to deal with.
That, and I've heard that song at the end, and I legitimately want, like, because it's a
it's on Spotify.
It is? Oh, okay, I'm gonna get it.
I know.
It's a nice song.
I'd like
it's
to point
nice
out, though, because
song.
I put in, because I didn't know the name of it. This is to segue out of this game, because I can't talk about it anymore. It's stressing me out physically.
It's terrible.
But I didn't know the name of it, and it's like, Your Reality or something. But so I typed in Monica's song, and I found this song called Monica's Song from Clinton the Musical. And it's a song sung by Monica Lewinsky's character about how she's fucking the president. And it's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
The Doki Doki thing reminds me of an Undertale. There's several different ways you can play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like pacifist, genocide run. They're like the two.
Or
main
like
things.
average.
Yeah, or average. But in the true genocide run, if you complete the game, you were approached by this figure that talks to you at the end, saying like, "Oh wow, you're impressive. You're not as good as me back as I was in my day. But we could work together if you wanna. Like we could be really powerful, me and you together.
If we play through again, yeah.
Yeah, and if you refuse, it is the most like I watched it like later. I'm getting like goosebumps on my hands, my hair standing. Where it gets really angry at you, and the whole screen, like his face just like swarms at you, and then you get attacked by like the normal damage numbers that you see, and the whole screen gets like 9 like 9 billion damage or whatever, and then the game just crashes, and then anytime you try to load in, you'll just be in this black void for like 10 minutes, and then it'll eventually say like, "Are you ready to listen to me now? Are you gonna keep like putting up a fight about this?" And like the only way you can, if you don't want to like work with them, you have to uninstall the game and reinstall the game.
So that's if you genocide first playthrough.
Yeah.
Because if you just
true genocide.
Yeah, because if you just true pacifist the playthrough, you're just true pacifist, and then it's over.
Yeah.
But you go genocide run, and then you do a pacifist run after the genocide run. He like. The character's name is like Charon, will like possess your body at the end, and then you like escape, but then you'll see like.
Also, what time? Because we're done. I think we're done. I think we're done with Doki Doki.
The only thing I want to add is, when you do play through it, I have to wait till after. The memes of it on Instagram, like there's 2 pages. The one you found, and it might have been you again with the DDLC memes page.
Josh was the DDLC.
That was it. I thought it was one of you two with each of them.
Josh and I just sit in a room together and look at memes, and then we say send it to Crow.
Doki Doki memes are the fucking best right
Ben,
now.
do you want to be added to our Instagram meme chat?
No.
It's too late. I've already added.
One of them was like a mixture between Doki Doki and then that stupid ass Ugandan Knuckles from the VR chat.
Yeah.
Which like I have a love-hate relationship with. Like if I see one every like 20 memes, good.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's times where I'll be like, there's like 80 of these things in a fucking row. Do you know the Ugandan Knuckles? Oh, no. So 141. So I put 40. Yeah, 41.
I do not.
It is from this like there's just a couple YouTube videos
Knuckles
of
the echidna.
Yeah. So do you know what VR chat is?
Like virtual reality or voice room?
The first
one. Yeah. So it's an actual like game thing though, and
it's our first step to being a purely digital consciousness.
Yeah. It's the first step to Sword Art Online being real.
Is it like the VR MMO that came out?
Kind of. It's what Ross plays on his stream.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
It's that.
Oh,
there's videos of it.
The freaking everyone walking around as
the little
Knuckles, and there's like the
Knuckles.
3 of those guys. Yeah. Okay, I've already seen that. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So freaking, I'm seeing so many of these. Like, and it's the Ugandan Knuckle one that everyone's on, but like, there's the one of him in the tank as Soviet Knuckles, and that one I like way more because it's just him being an angry Russian, and then eventually he just starts rolling away from everyone, playing the Russian national anthem.
Very good.
And like, that's what I like the most. Like, the Ugandan one, alright, it's funny. Do you know the way, whatever.
It's dumb.
But the Russian one. Mostly, I can't help but think of the frickin' John Oliver bit where it's the Egyptians hosting frickin'
the Russians, and they play the national anthem
hosting
so
Putin,
poorly.
and they're like, we got you this gun, and we are going to play you your national anthem.
Just incredible. I love Putin's face the whole time where he's
like he can't show that he's super mad, but he can't help but just look like fuck you guys.
Did you see this one that Josh posted? We can't say it out loud, but
we could.
Great comedy.
We could, but it wouldn't be okay.
I'm not reading it. Did that on my face.
This is up to you to put it in the podcast.
Not reading it.
It's a good one. We'll show it to you after.
Yeah. I was trying to find the Doki Doki memes. But...
Oh man. Memes, man.
Memes.
Make the world go round.
Dankest.
I always wonder about the intelligence of the modern day man, you know? And man, I feel like we've kind of taken a step back sometimes. But then I see...
You see a high quality meme.
Yeah, but it's people's just these super, well-constructed critiques of modern day things with a stupid image are just beautiful.
Right?
How much it addresses in one tiny image with a few words. Man, you got people that really understand what's going on in the world, and they make a joke out of it, and it's hilarious. Yeah,
those high quality memes.
It impresses me sometimes, where there is still hope. Look at these memes. It's weird.
That's a hope for humanity is based off meme culture.
Yeah, that's a sentence no one's ever said before.
It's honestly right though.
You'll see really well constructed
there are straight up shit
criticisms.
memes that are just the worst thing. Why is this a thing?
Memes.
But
trademark.
then you see that one out of the 50 you've just gone through, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're laughing your fucking ass off, and you need to show this to 50 people.
There's one that I'll show you, and I think I put it to the group chat, but it is a King of the Hill meme about Doki Doki, and Hank and Bobby are talking about roses.
Yes, I know.
And so there's 4 roses, and so in each is one of the 4 girls, and Hank's like, well, this rose is by all standards perfect, and it's the Monica rose, and then Bobby's like, but this one's got character. What if it's a little lopsided? What if it's not perfect? And then Hank goes, yeah, but we want perfect, and just cuts the rose, and you see the head of one of the girls fall to the ground, and you're like, this is the perfect example of how awful this fucking game is.
Good times.
Oh, the memes.
Good times in Doki.
Yeah.
I love games like that, like Undertale and Doki Doki, where it's this is a game, but there's so much hidden in this game that's added to it.
Well, I feel like it's how art has had different, eras. You have romantic. I don't know what eras of art are, but there's there's modern and postmodern, postmodern. We're doing that in games now, where you're getting these very we got really into super immersive, realistic games for a while. Well, quote unquote realistic, but Skyrim, where it's you can buy wood to build a house, but you need all the other tools to build the house, and and there's an economy, and you can't buy everything or you can't sell all your stuff to this dude because he only carries so much gold at a time, that kind of realism. And now we're moving into this area where it's analyzing what we've been trying to do with super realistic games and how they can never truly be super realistic. So you're getting these these meta games of we realize we're a game and we're not going to be able to do everything, and there's going to be limits in how you can turn that into a mechanic or a plot point.
Yeah.
And you get something as iconic as Doki Doki, or
Undertale
is considered one of the best games made in the past.
And then there's games like
2 decades now.
Cuphead and Bendy and the Ink Machine, which are just remember this old animated style? It's the old style with new views that kind of take shots at what the old style was about.
Exactly, yeah. That, and we're just getting into these where people are getting really jaded and tired out by these huge, giant companies.
Huge money grabs.
And then it's just, 2017 is the year of loot box. And
they're making games that you can't do.
But that's the thing. Now all these private developers and indie companies are just growing so much more powerful, and all these Kickstarter campaigns where people just support games that they want, and instead of just being, you're gonna take this game because it has this name and you're gonna like it, and we're gonna keep pulling money out of you until you die.
And there's just this. That's the huge separation that, I think is most noticeable, where it's here's the Xbox and PS4 over here, and it's run by EA. And Ubisoft and Blizzard and all that shit. Yeah. Blizzard's still mostly PC, but where it's like huge money grabbing companies that just like they're shitting out a game, and it's like
that's not complete.
It's not complete. But if you pay $30 and wait like a year, hey, it might be half a game. And then there's Nintendo where it's like, here's a game. There's no online presence. It's still just Splatoon.
Yeah.
I like Splatoon. Okay?
I don't care for it as much, but like it's just this.
It's the only online game where like you don't really get anything for winning.
Right.
It's just kind of bragging rights to yourself.
Yeah, and I just don't have fun playing it because
you're shit
I like
at it.
shooting other people.
Yeah, you don't.
And that game is about shooting the floor.
Yeah, you don't like painting the town red.
No, or green or purple or whatever it is. That's just a preference for me. I think it's a good game. Like in general, and I think a lot of people play it. And it's a good kid-friendly shooter game, which is not easy to say.
Yeah,
really. And then the only other online game is Mario Kart, which is just
awful.
And Smash Bros.
Yeah,
but not on the Switch.
Yeah.
Or if you have a PlayStation 3, All-Star Battle Royale.
Shut up.
It's just
I'm talking about me playing The Division when you play that game. Okay.
I achievement hunted it for nothing and nothing
to your
else.
point, also like saying like The Division I think came out in 2016. Like,
yeah, and you were saying it was terrible. They had to fix
I
things.
would have never played that game until my brother's like, I bought it, it's really good, watch this review. But it took them 2 years to make this game where it's really good now.
It's playable.
And they changed like drop rates and stuff, like stuff that where it's like, instead of making you grind forever to get these things, we're just going to make it way easier. And like they do this thing once a month where you're guaranteed to get a super rare exotic item. Like without a doubt you will get this item. And you have you have a week-long span to farm this thing to get these exotics. It's like they made it fair, and it's not... But it took them forever, and the leveling and the skills, but that took them 2 years to do, and now it's a great fun game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you get games like freaking Destiny 2 that release that are just awful, or Battlefront. This is just dumb. Like EA, man.
Josh is so disappointed with Destiny because Josh loved Destiny.
Yeah, and by the time they finished Destiny 1. I heard it's like not a bad game, with all the DLCs they released.
Well, Josh got Destiny 1 at the tail end, so he's like, I love this, and then he goes, I bought Destiny 2 based on that, and he just does not enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's
my brother actually he got it last week, and I would have warned him against it, but all he's gonna do is play campaign. He's not gonna play the online shit.
Right.
And the campaign, I don't think they fucked it up. He sounds like he's having fun with it. Like.
It's just like how deep you want to get into those kind of games. Where it's like, do you want to do all the post-game raids, loots? Then that game, it's stupid. But like if you're just going through it, like the campaign.
Yeah, and Adam loved Destiny 1 when he got it for his Xbox One. And so I figured like if you like that, he'll like that because he doesn't play online. I don't think he even has like a gold membership for Xbox.
Yeah. But did he still hate it or something?
No, he likes it, and it's a good game for like if you're just like into a single player campaign for a shooter.
Yeah.
Like what Call of Duty used to be.
Well, that's the thing.
I can't speak on their latest campaigns, but
the newest campaign's really good.
Oh, the World War II.
Josh loves it.
See, and that I understand because it's. I feel like the Call of Duty series thrives on not jetpacks in space.
You've got me there.
Leave that to Halo. Leave that to Destiny.
It's just a completely different game now. You've left what you were. It's no longer like, yes, it is the name Call of Duty, but it's not Call of Duty anymore. You've made this sci-fi shooter. Yeah,
Call of Duty. It used to be like Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, Battlefield, and they were all like the same kind of series. Battlefield was more realistic in like actual bullet damage, like what they would actually do and ranges, like. My biggest thing when I was playing like Call of Duty and Battlefield back in like is Bad Company 2 and Modern Warfare 2 was shotguns and Battlefield actually felt like shotguns, and then you'd go to Modern Warfare 2 and it's like, oh yeah, he's 5 feet away from you, so he doesn't get hit at all by the shotgun. It's like, well, no, he just gets hit by less of the spread. That's not how a shotgun works. Like, it's not like, oh, there's so many bullets that they just all fall down 5 feet away from you. And I get that that's what's necessary because shotguns are essentially overpowered if you don't do it. But like,
it's just a different thing. I forgot what I was gonna say about. It was something about campaigns. Or no, well, like, the market just got really oversaturated with those kind of shooters, too, where
Yeah.
they were all doing, like, wall climbing, super abilities, you have an arm that's a Gatling gun. It's like, why just stop? Where it was, I think, one game, maybe?
Yeah,
Or
and
two?
a few,
Fine.
like...
2 games is fine. Like, you know, like one game to kind of introduce it and one to polish. Or, in the case of Modern Warfare 1 and 2, just Modern Warfare 1 is better than Modern Warfare 2. But for the most part, you know, it's like one game to kind of introduce mechanics and something, and then something to iterate upon it and tweak and try to fix things and also make some new stuff. That'd be cool. Then you make like 4 more after that. Like,
It just,
you know, and
like-
then you see how people get tired of it, and then you get Battlefield 1 and you get Call of Duty
World War II.
World War II.
And they're such good Like, I played the campaign of Battlefield 1 at John's house, and that was fun. That was a fun game to play.
Yeah.
It was like a Metal Gear Solid like there were some missions that were Metal Gear Solid, like infiltrate this town and find it. Like it was
yeah.
like playing as Lawrence of Arabia, like that campaign thing, and like, oh, go through there and like
Yeah.
save stuff like that. And then there were missions where it's like, you're in a tank and you're in a tank.
Yeah.
And then it breaks down and it's like, okay, you're not in a tank anymore. You
Right.
gotta fix that tank.
Yeah. I think I even watched there's this guy, his name's Mark Brown, and he's on YouTube, and he makes these
Mark.
Oh, hi Mark. I need to find that movie.
I know.
Uh
I just got my neighbor gave me my Christmas present because she's been sick, but it's 2 free Regal tickets.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
There's
I
actually
just need to see the room though.
there was an incentive at GDQ that was I think it was the file name for one of the Zeldas or some run through that was like, oh, file name's hi Mark.
So dumb. Yeah, but what was the thing?
Good reviews.
Mark Brown.
Oh,
Oh, Mark, yeah, this guy named Mark Brown, he does these, like, cool videos where he talks about, like, a mechanic or an idea in a game that's really cool, or even just one level that's part of a game. I think I showed you some of his boss keys once, which they analyze all of the dungeons of different Zelda games. And he did a whole series analyzing each dungeon and how good they were based off of certain merits that he built, and... I probably showed you at least some of his videos.
Yeah, probably some. I don't remember the Bosky one, but
Yeah.
you showed me something.
They're really cool and really in-depth stuff. I really recommend it if you haven't watched it. But I think he did one on Battlefield 1 talking about this like infiltration level that you do in Battlefield 1. And there's like several different phases to it, where one's like you're sneaking, and the next part is you're going crazy, and then the next part is like a rescue thing or something like that.
That was
I don't know.
probably the Lawrence mission.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it like that
Where I'm
that was a
thinking
fun
of-
part of the campaign.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because if those of you who haven't played Battlefield 1, the campaign is split up basically so you go by sections of World War One, where it's like you're doing a tank mission and you're in France or Germany or wherever, and then there's like plane missions where you're a British pilot, and not even a British pilot. Like, I mean, you're British and you're a pilot, but you're not in the Air Force. You like steal a plane and shit.
Yeah.
It's weird.
The
And then
usual.
and then there's the section of Lawrence of Arabia, which is I think one of my favorite ones that I did. But they're all like it's just separated where you're this character, and then you could go and be this character, and that's a super fun campaign.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. I think a lot of those companies are kind of seeing that they're still trying to get cash grabs out of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, even in Call of Duty World War II, it's like, celebrate those loot boxes you just bought in front of everybody. Yay, it's so fun. Where it's, like, so dumb, but there's, like, other good mechanics in the game. And for some people, like, it's just fun enough to kind of just sit down and shoot people for a little bit. You know, and there's always going to be...
It's also super easy to get the loot boxes, so there's not as much loot box buying, which I appreciate.
There's always going to be an audience that just plays it for the base level of just, I want this game so I can shoot some people and chill out. You know, it's not going to be like, I need to understand all of the metas and what is the best gun to use and the best loadout styles based off of my perks. I mean, there's that very passionate smaller groups. And, like, you know, they usually have the biggest voice because they're passionate, which is reasonable. But, but a lot, I think recently, some even the common players are noticing like, oh, this is kind of stupid, you know. So I think some people they're freaking out. It's not even because they want to be better. It's just they're freaking out that people are getting angry and their games aren't selling as well. So they're actually doing just, you know, not asshole things.
Yeah. So you realize it's like we made money in the short term, but then it's just gonna.
Well, yeah, and like this is one of the worst
that's not
years.
sustainable.
One of the best games, one of the best years in games ever. 2017 released so many amazing games, but at the same time, like AAA games have never done as poorly and sold as poorly like as they have this year.
And that
really bad.
That's the spirit of talking, like, because most of those like incredible games are like the best game of the year in my opinion was Breath of the Wild. Coming out on a brand new console, and that's the game that sold the console.
Yeah, I mean Nintendo's had this crazy renaissance of like, wow, okay, Nintendo's super relevant, and
because I remember when the Switch was coming out, everyone, including you, were like, okay, but why would you buy a Switch? Yeah. Like it's that one game, but that one game is totally honestly worth buying.
Amazing,
console.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But then they released Odyssey, and then there's so many more games coming, and
and even
Xenoblade, and
just and there's so many more, and there's so many cool games that are still coming out because they've brought Skyrim over from Bethesda.
Yeah, they're porting a ton of stuff.
They've brought
Dooms even.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How
do they get that game to play on a Switch?
Well, the new Doom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How do they get that game to play on a Switch?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They just announced that a new Mario Tennis is coming out in the spring.
I saw that. I'm so pumped to play as Waluigi.
Right?
I love
with that
Mario
stupid
Tennis.
Coiffed hair of his freaking hat.
Oh, Waluigi. I want this 10 years down the road, I want Waluigi to be in a non-competitive sport-based game.
To be in his own platform.
Game?
No, I don't even want him to have his own game. Like, I don't want there to be like a Waluigi's Mansion. Like, Waluigi's only in like Mario Tennis, Mario Olympics, Mario Kart.
I don't know what he was actually ever in.
He's only in the sports games.
Yeah, they literally made him because there was a Wario, and then it was like
Mario needed a partner.
I think it was Mario. One of the Mario parties might have been the first thing to have him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Or it might have been Mario Power Tennis.
It was the original Power Tennis.
He's definitely
because it was Mario and Luigi and then Wario and
Waluigi,
they didn't want to do Luigi, so they did Waluigi, and they were like, yeah, he's a fun little character. Like, we don't have enough for him, and then they brought out Mario Kart and he was there, and then they did the Olympics and he was there, and like he only is ever released in sports games.
I think he's been in a few of like the Mario.
He's been in Mario parties. He's been in.
I was gonna say some of the Mario RPGs. I think he's been in a couple. Like.
He's definitely not been in any of the paper Marios.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the ones on, and he's like not even like a character you play or anything. It's just like a passing thing, like
in the Mario RPG.
Not like the original Mario RPG. Like there's ones that they released on the Game Boy Advance and the DS and stuff, and like which are all actually really good games, apparently.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he doesn't really show up other than those, but none of the main titles have him.
Yeah.
Which, man, the main titles, like...
Game...
Like, just... I don't know. Until I got the Switch, I was like, oh, there's so many fun games on Xbox and PS4. And then, like, I got the Switch and I remember it's like, oh, but Nintendo has, like, the best games I've played ever.
Nintendo, when they release games for their main names...
They're
incredible. I mean, Zelda had an arguably rough patch, but still, like, say what you want about Breath or Skyward Sword. Like, yes, the mechanics of the sword were shoddy, and I'm defending Skyward Sword right now. I hate that game.
It's a rarity. Like ladies and gentlemen, that's a first.
I hate that game with a passion. I played through the game and had a relatively decent time with it. But like none of everything in the game, there's not like broken stuff. Besides, the main mechanic of the sword. But some people never had a problem, which I still like. I've tried to make this argument. I remember it was with our friend, and I was like, if 50% of the time it works and 50% of the time it doesn't, that is too big of an issue to be like, but 50% of the time it works. It's like, no, that's not how this works. If 50% have issues, that is too big of a percentage.
And in our friend group, it's a 66% time having an issue.
Yeah. Skyward Sword.
I've never played.
It's all right.
It's okay.
I refuse to play.
That's probably the reason it's not a 75% chance
It's
an issue.
it's a 3-hour intro area where you do nothing. So
yeah, we tried playing it at John's house, and it literally, I tried playing it, and I couldn't get through the tutorial. I was
that's
just
the thing. Like once you get into the game
fun.
a little bit, well, like all I did was like since the sword mechanic was so dumb. There's a parry mechanic where you flick the nunchuck and it like will bring up your shield and you can like time your attacks to like make people like poof, and like oh no I'm knocked off kilter and then you can just like attack them. So I just got really good at the parry mechanic, and then that was enjoyable. But I don't know, there was like some good dungeon design in that game actually, and
but
some interesting characters. But for the main part,
does it pale to Breath of the Wild?
Oh yeah, now the Breath of the Wild's out, you're like, what is that game?
Wow, yeah, it just oh man. And then you look at main series Mario games. I've never had a huge problem. Is that a list of things Waluigi is in?
Most of the words after Mario are party, tennis, and kart. Almost all of them.
Yes, and then there's the 2 baseballs.
Yeah, well, so
soccer.
I'll try to go through these really quickly without saying Mario.
Strikers.
Tennis, Party 3 as a trophy. Smash Bros. Melee.
So Party 3 was
Party.
Like, oh no, wait.
Party 4, Party E, Mario Golf, Mario Kart Double Dash, Party 5, Mario Golf Advanced Tour, Mario Power Tennis, Mario Party 6, Yakuman DS as an unlockable character. I don't know what that is. Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix.
That's a good one.
Super Mario Baseball, Mario Tennis, Mario Party 7, Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart Super Mario Strikers, Mario Hoops 3-on-3, Mario Kart Arcade GP2, Mario Strikers Charge, Mario Party 8, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Mario Party DS, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Mario Kart Wii, Mario Super Slugmas.
Whoa.
What?
You said Waluigi and Super Smash Bros. Brawl?
He's a trophy.
Okay.
He's in it, but he's not a player.
Go on. I was like, that is not a thing.
I wish.
No.
Super
I
Mario
hate
Sluggers,
Wario.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, Mario Sports Mix, Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games, Mario Kart 7, Mario Party 9, Mario Tennis Open, Mario Kart Arcade GP DX, Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Winter Games, Mario Party Island Tour, Mario Kart World Tour, Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS as a trophy, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U as a trophy, Mario Party 10, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, Minecraft the Wii U edition as a playable skin,
What?
Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, Mario Party Star Rush, Mario Sports Superstars, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Minecraft Nintendo Switch edition as a playable skin, Mario and the Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which
There
is a
it
sports,
is.
Yeah, and then Mario Party Tennis.
No,
or Mario
Kingdom's
Party
Battle.
the top
Kingdom's
100.
Battle is their.
It's an RPG. It's a tactical
it's like
RPG.
a SOCOM RPG.
XCOM.
It's a good one.
So
XCOM.
it's not a Mario or Luigi story. It's
Well,
more or less
Mario's the main character.
it's a battle game.
No, it's a
it's like
campaign.
an-
Oh, it is a campaign?
Like, that's probably that and the
Have you
RPGs are the only things.
Yeah, it's like XCOM Enemy Unknown. Have you ever heard of XCOM?
No.
It's a tactical like grid. You know, like Final Fantasy Tactics, where it's like a grid.
I want to edit this because I've just looked. He makes a cameo. You can't play as him.
So he hasn't even been in any of the RPGs. I was wrong.
So,
No.
okay, so he's just
He shows up. He's not. But
I
yeah,
didn't think
so
he was a
he's
playable.
only ever playable in sports games. So I want him to be a playable character in like a random Mario game 10 years down the road, and then never playable in another game again, just to throw some people off.
I think that would have been.
I want this to be such a poorly done game that nobody buys it.
No, I want to
him
see
to
him
be
in
like
like a Mario 3D World kind of game. Like, you know, like the one where they have it's like you can play Mario, Luigi, Peach, or Toad.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to be Mario, Luigi, Peach, Waluigi for no reason. It wouldn't fit into the story.
Here's what I want.
But
This is what I want.
Okay.
So you know how like Nintendo kind of like does their own take on certain genres. Like, I mean, the Mario Rabbids thing was not made by Nintendo, but it had like the Mario branding or whatever. And
It was.
but
It
that's
was
like you know,
sanctioned.
like an XCOM
yeah, that was
RPG
Ubisoft,
as
I think.
Ubisoft. Yeah, but I want GTA the heist mechanics from GTA 5 with Wario and Waluigi, and you can get to do these heist missions. You get to plan the heist and hire people and like put out like where you want the car to go.
You hire like Koopas and Goombas.
Exactly, yeah. I think that
I like that.
Send that to Nintendo.
Yeah.
I think
Find a way
really
to make
cool.
it family friendly and
Reggie,
Yeah,
we're giving
really
you
fun.
millions here.
Yeah, and then you could have just have the coins, like the Mario coins. But then you could have the fire flower.
He runs over someone. Wah!
And then and the car chase scene, it can almost turn slightly Mario Kart-esque, and you can have like a green turtle shell or a red shell, and and then if you're like trying to blow up the safe, you use a fire flower.
We already know
or a bomb.
We already know what the city's gonna look like too, because just look at Odyssey, look at New Donk City.
Yeah,
True.
We got a setting.
there you go.
Reggie,
Nintendo.
Extend that stage out, and you got
Yeah.
it.
That would be really, it'd be fun. I think it'd be really
send
fun.
our royalty checks to. I'm not gonna say. And then
and there you go. You get Waluigi and Wario, who are supposed to be these like
Email us.
criminal
Venmo
heist
to me.
guys.
Email us. We'll have
I'll set up my PayPal.
yeah.
Oh, I have PayPal. We're good.
Ooh, you have a PayPal?
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's
I
how-
don't.
That's how I make online purchases. So much fucking easier.
I was Ben knows. I have like 3 different trivia things on here on my phone now, and
Because you get that HQ trivia game, right?
Yeah.
Lucky.
you need to cash out with PayPal, and I
sorry.
don't have a PayPal.
I'm just picturing Toads as security guards in this game, and they're like,
The toads are the police.
yeah, the Toads are the police because it's like the Mushroom Kingdom, so they're like,
I wanted to do that.
And
Have you
all
seen
the-
that picture of Toad? But he has just long sculpted
voluptuous legs. Yes.
Yes, those Toads are
oh
around.
god.
Like long, muscular legs, but still the stubby arms.
That's
and
like a
head.
thing you can do to make the game weird.
And then they could even put it back in time, where it's like Mario's on his vacation in Sunshine Islands and
God.
Delfino, but meanwhile, while they're
Meanwhile,
away,
Mario and Luigi or Wario and Waluigi are
and
just being
then
assholes.
Peach couldn't be there, and Mario can't be there because they're forced to stay on that island until they solve the crisis in Sunshine. But meanwhile, back in Mushroom Kingdom over here, Waluigi and Wario are pulling off heists. The Toads are just trying to keep things together, but they don't have Mario to help.
This is genius.
Wario and
This is-
Luigi are stealing from noted crime boss Bowser, and one of them is them on a castle outside of town. We gotta break in.
Yeah, so then you have all these excuses for because that way, I kind of want it where those main characters wouldn't be there. It would just be Wario and Waluigi versus
There's the
Toads.
reference, but there's not.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You got a timepiece and
We got
everything.
it.
Nintendo, fucking hire
James,
us.
you can code, right? Start coding. Great.
You're asking.
You're hired.
You're asking the wrong brother.
You're hired.
Josh does the coding.
You're hired.
Josh is in robotics.
He's hired.
Yeah.
You're hired. Still hiring you as a coder. You can learn. It's just Mario.
Just pass work on to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I
You
just,
get no
just rip,
I am, according to the resume, social media manager. That is it.
just rip the GTA 5 coding and then just put some Mario skins on it.
Yup, it's
That sounds like a really fun. I would want to play that game.
Yeah.
There you go. You have a
My
Waluigi
favorite-
Wario
my
game,
favorite
and
part-
then you can just call it I don't know.
GTA WAAAAAAAA.
It's GTA Live.
My favorite part was that it started off by you saying, so this will kind of be retcon. This won't be in game. By the end of it, you're like, this is how it fits in perfectly with the storylines of
Yeah.
every game.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd play it. And then, or they could have and then the Toads. It's when you get into higher, more intense missions, they get different colored Toads or Yoshis to ride on. Where red Yoshis can shoot the fireballs,
I
and the
thought you were
black
just
Yoshis
gonna
can
say
fly.
that got buff.
Or that
got
too.
buff Toads
You could
running
get that would be sick. You could have all these different Toad classes.
There was just go back to Doki Doki really quick. You were talking about how Natsuki comes in with
She's a tiny petite little lady boy.
yeah, you said that, and I thought you were gonna. You said she's this petite little thing, and I'm just like, wait, is Buff Natsuki a real thing? Because
No.
I thought you were about to say she comes in all buff, because those memes are the best.
So
Where
yeah,
she's just-
Buff Natsuki is a sick mame.
Okay, but yeah, so I'm just imagining the Toads
Or ripped.
Buff.
I imagine that they're not even buffer. They're just wider.
Yeah.
Just Patrick Warburton dressed as a toad, like fucking going at it.
It's got Kylo Ren body going on.
God.
Their pants are up past their belly
Yeah,
button.
well, they basically are for the toads. It works perfectly. And then you can have, like, SWAT team toads and stuff. That have,
most toads still have the normal toad voice, but yeah, the wider toads are like, we gotta do this, and it's like, ah!
See, and now I'm thinking of that the
Hello!
the Game Grumps animated with the
Yeah,
the
army,
war toads.
Don't let these fuckers take our land! We're amusing,
This is
we're
a game.
amusing ourselves so much, and I love this.
This is a game. That's... Yeah. Alright, well... Can't top that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is this how we're ending with buff toads and GTA WAAAAA?
I want you guys at home to go into Google and type in leggy toad. And I'm sure that's gotta be the first result, is toad with his long,
Gotta be.
luscious legs.
I'll do it now. We don't have to... Listen, you can cut us off at any time. I'm doing it now, though.
Alright, so...
That was the end of the podcast.
Yeah, it could be.
We're leaving you with that goddamn gem of an idea.
That's such a good...
Don't take it. Or do take it, but credit us.
Yeah.
If I, see this in 3 years from now, or 4 years, I'm going to be so angry.
Yeah. I'm beating the fuck
That was
out
my...
of Reggie.
I had it... Like, man, I need to learn how to, like, code and be more talented in my life. Because, like, I'd be like, we just made something. Like, hello.
You can get, like, video editing software or something.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Don't look up leggy toad. Look up toad with legs.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You just get frogs if you get leggy toad.
Leggy toads. Oh, you mean frogs? Yeah.
Yeah, but toad with legs. The first thing that comes up is toad with these in stockings smoking a cigarette, and it's my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
So look up toad with legs, kids.
All right.
Yep. Thanks for listening. Podcast 28.
This might possibly be on YouTube.
Possibly.
Be a good first one.
Yeah.
This is a good way to restart with the callbacks from a year ago.
Oh yeah. Well, that'd be fine. We'll upload the second podcast and then.
Well, I've already linked the SoundCloud to the YouTube. They know where to go if they want more.
Go.
Yeah.
We'll just we'll start from this point, but we'll do like.
Hopefully.
Every month or two, do a throwback.
Or we could just make a separate playlist on the YouTube channel saying, like, here's the archived old ones before YouTube, so that way if you need to hear stuff. But we'll start off from this point forward.
We're going to add secret messages in each of the old ones, you'll have to listen to it.
We'll begin 2018 with this. 2018, new year. We're on YouTube.
The second we will start the second.
You heard it. I said it, so it's happening. Delete the other one.
To be fair, the other one's here, so we could literally just say like, "Thanks for listening." Bye.